Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throws the dump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson.
75-49. Franklin-Simpson, the boys and the girls, had gone 11 days between games because of all the weather going on. That was just the second loss that head coach Ashley Taylor has taken against Barron County in her now 6-year career at Franklin-Simpson. Meanwhile, Russellville coming in at 6-7 on the season. They won their district opener on the road against Logan County. They've lost their last 3 district games since, including the first matchup between these two teams at Russellville. Taking place back on January 16th. The latest game for the Lady Panthers, the rematch against Logan County at their place. Russellville losing, though, at home, 58-52. They've also got a loss to Todd County Central in district play as well. The Lady Cats come in with 29 straight District 13 regular season wins, and despite the final score from Tuesday, the Lady Cats actually led that game against Barron County 16-14 after the first quarter, thanks to 9 points from 6-foot senior Chloe Smith. She got into foul trouble, though, in the second and sat for most of that second 8 minutes. Barron County outscored Franklin-Simpson 21-9 in that second quarter. They put up 23 points in the third. Chloe still finished with a season-high 20, but Allie Pennington, the star for Franklin-Simpson, top 20 in the state in scoring at 21.6 points per game, held to a season-low 11 points, and Tiffany Harrigan in her 4th game with Franklin-Simpson, once again in double figures, but tied for her season-low mark in those 4 games with just 10 points. The biggest number, 6. That's all the Lady Cats got outside of their 3 stars after they scored 30 points in the second half against Logan County in their prior game, again 11 days earlier, without Allie Pennington scoring a single point of those 30. Barron County, meanwhile, got 24 points and 4 of those 13 threes outside of their top 3 scores. The 75 points that Barron County put up were the most ever given up for Franklin-Simpson under head coach Ashley Taylor, eclipsing the 72 points scored by Hart County in 2022. It's just the 3rd time ever that a team has scored at least 70 against Ashley Taylor. But the good news coming into tonight, the Lady Cats have held all 3 of their district opponents to 40 or less, including holding Russellville to 40 in a 71-40 win in that first matchup between these two teams. The Lady Cats only led it by 7 at halftime, 29-22, but Tiffany Harrigan, who we just mentioned, led the charge for Franklin-Simpson to run away with it in the second half. She debuted with 25 points in her first game at Franklin-Simpson. National anthem is on the way, so we'll step away. When we come back, we take a closer look at this Russellville team ahead of the senior night doubleheader from Franklin-Simpson High School. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
We keep things moving, from the work trucks to the family vans. We all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
We keep things moving, from the work trucks to the family vans. We all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
We keep things moving, from the work trucks to the family vans. We all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
All the way through 58-52, and the free throw line was the deciding factor in that game in favor of Logan County. Despite the loss, the Lady Panthers made a season-high 8 3-pointers. As we mentioned, at least 5 in the last 5 games. They're averaging over 6 per game in that stretch in their first 8 games of the season. They've only played so far this season just 13 games up to this point. But over their first 8 games of the season, they only made 3.4 threes per game. So over this recent stretch of play, they've almost doubled how many 3-pointers they are making per game. And coming off of a game where Franklin-Simpson saw Barron County put up a season-high 13 3-pointers, shooting well over 50% from outside. That's going to be priority number 1 for Ashley Taylor and the Lady Cats, and that's to extend that defense out, take away good looks, and improve the 3-point shooting defense while hopefully getting some more to fall on our side as well. Just 3 for 16, Franklin-Simpson shot it from outside in that game against Barron County, averaging 6.6 makes per game on the season. And in the first matchup between those two teams, teams, they were excellent from outside. Went 9 for 22 in a win over Barron County back in December in the championship game of their second Christmas tournament, played on a neutral site at South Warren. This is the 17th meeting between these two teams under head coach Ashley Taylor. Coach Taylor 15-1, undefeated in the regular season. The only loss for her in this series, the 2023 13th District Tournament opening round at Russellville. Larisha Cawthorn, who would then come to Franklin-Simpson and lead the Lady Cats to the Sweet 16 last year, led Russellville to a win and eventually a district championship back in 2023. Since then, the Lady Cats have won the last 7 in the series, meeting in the district tournament the last 2 years as well. All wins of those 7 by at least 30 points, and the 31-point win over Russellville on January 16th was actually the closest of those 7 between these two teams. The starting lineups are about to be announced, so let's continue to get to know this Russellville team by meeting their starting 5 as well. We've already talked about a couple of them. For Demaya Allen, the 8th grader, number 34, averaging 14 points and 8 rebounds per game, and Mariah Merriweather, the 5'2 freshman guard, on the season now averaging 13 points per game, but she has been excellent as of late, 19.7 points per game in their 3 games since the first matchup between these two teams. The name that's very familiar for Franklin-Simpson fans, sophomore guard number 5, Abby Riley, appeared in 7 games for the Lady Cats last year, averaging 6.3 points, 4.8 rebounds per game on the season. She's their best shooter at the charity stripe. Like we said, just a 46% free throw shooting team. She shoots it at 63% when she gets there. Played well against Franklin-Simpson in the first matchup between these two teams, was tied for a team high 10 points, 4 for 9 from the floor, but is coming off just a 3 for 14 shooting performance in their loss against Logan County. In the front court, a 5'8 freshman, number 20, Eliza Wilson, averaging 5.2 points per game to go along with 4.3 rebounds per game on the season. She has seen this Franklin-Simpson team so many times. She's been playing since she was a 7th grader, made her debut on this floor against Franklin-Simpson, and since then has just continued to develop her game, and is one that you look at and you try to pinpoint what is the next point of growth going to be. The big thing for her tonight defensively, we saw this matchup last time. How can she handle Chloe Smith down low for Franklin-Simpson? Smith leads this starting lineup featuring 4 seniors here on senior night for Franklin-Simpson. The Lady Cats 13-6 overall, 3-0 in district play under 60-year head coach Ashley Taylor. She's 126 up for her career here at Franklin-Simpson to just 33 losses, 45-8 on this floor, and 42-2 against this district. The 4 seniors, 5'5 senior number 5, Tiff Harrigan. She's a senior with Yastrick, playing in her 5th game here at Franklin-Simpson High School. She's joined in the backcourt by Mila Rigsby, the 5'5 senior, averaging 3 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game on the season. Also in the backcourt, a 5'5 senior, Kinsey Taylor, number 21, averaging 3.6 points per game on the season, 1.7 rebounds per game on the year. Franklin-Simpson, the normal starting lineup, has those 4 seniors and 1 junior, that being Allie Pennington. Pennington going to come off the bench here on senior night. In her place is Carmen Phillips, the 5'10 senior forward, averaging 2.2 points and 2 rebounds per game on the season. And the heart of this Franklin-Simpson team, 6' senior number 15, Chloe Smith, coming off a season-high 20 points in the loss against Barron County, averaging 13.3 points and a team-high 6.3 rebounds per game on the season, shooting it at 47% from the floor. Russellville scores 53 per game, giving up 57. Franklin-Simpson scoring 56, allowing 47. That's up 12 points per game from a year ago. Looking for a defensive gem here tonight to get things started on senior night. It's Smith that will go for the tip. She wins it for Franklin-Simpson, and we're underway quickly. Harrigan right to Smith. Chloe missed the layup 3 seconds in, and here comes Russellville the other way. Lady Cats had a free one there to get it started, but could not convert. Riley gives it to Eliza Wilson on the elbow, drives against Phillips. Her pass is stolen away by Smith. They were trying to work it down low to Allen, but Chloe takes it away. Rigsby on the left wing to Chloe Smith, driving from the elbow, and she's fouled. Flipped one up after the fact that it went in, but it was well after the contact. They get get that foul against Demaya Allen, the 8th grade forward for Russellville. Off the inbound, it goes to Harrigan up top, right back to Rigsby. Left corner, wide open three. Off the front side of the rim, and it's rebounded on the opposite block by Wilson. 2 clean looks to start for the Lady Cats, but unable to convert from inside and out. Riley brings it front court, now sends it over on the right side to Poindexter. Down low, Allen against Smith. Barrels through and scores. She gives the 2 small after the fact as well. That's an 8th grader with some confidence and deserves to have it. She's going to be one of the top players in this region within the next couple of years. 2-0 Russellville a minute in. Rigsby gives it to Harrigan, top of the key 3. Missed it long, and it's rebounded down low by Merriweather. She lost it coming into the front court, gets it back, now sends it over to Riley. Back up top as Pennington and Reese Myler will check in at the next dead ball for Franklin-Simpson. Poindexter on the wing, down low, Allen. Triple team comes her way. She goes up over Smith anyways and scores. Demaya Allen, the 8th grade forward, with all 4 on the board for Russellville, and the Lady Panthers a minute and a half in lead it 4-0. Their offensive game plan beyond clear. Get the ball to Allen on the block and let her go to work. Harrigan gets a screen from Chloe Smith. Chloe off the roll to the rim. Layup misses. It's deflected to the opposite block, and it's banked in from there by Carmen Phillips. Carmen gets on the board on her senior night. It's 4-2 Russellville. 2 minutes in. Early on here from Frank Cardwell Court. Abby Riley drives to the right elbow. Gives it into the corner, Poindexter. Bounce pass down low, Allen. Triple team comes again. Goes up with it, and she's, are they going to get a foul or a jump ball called? Was caught midair. And the jump ball possession arrow will give it to Russellville as Rigsby and Carmen Phillips come out, and the other senior for Franklin-Simpson, Reese Myler, comes in. Averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds per game. Pennington into the game as well. Allie averaging nearly 22 points per game. That's 18th in the state of Kentucky. Catch and shoot 3 for Merriweather off the inbound. No good off the right side. And it's rebounded by Taylor. Up ahead to Harrigan. Tiff drives in from the top of the key, but lost it. Gets it back on the right elbow. Darts it down low on the left block, and Myler scores. Myler and Phillips with the 4 for Franklin-Simpson, and we're tied up at 4 apiece. 5:30 left in this opening quarter. Riley sends it over on the right side. They go back down low. Allen fade away over Smith. Couldn't bank it in from 6 feet, and Franklin-Simpson will bring it the other way. Pennington down the left side. Looks at Harrigan. Instead keeps it herself all the way to the rack. Nobody picks her up, but she missed the left-handed layup. Here comes Riley the other way. Pennington giving chase. Now wraps her back to half court and hounding her everywhere. Riley drives left, cut off at the elbow, steps through, lost her footing, and they're going to get a travel. Thought she was tripped up, but no call comes in, and it goes back to Franklin-Simpson. Russellville without sophomore guard Mariah Boyd, averaging 11 points per game. Hasn't played since the last matchup between these two teams, and less notable for her offense. Only had 2 in that game, but she was chasing Allie Pennington everywhere on defense, and tonight that assignment appears to be Abby Riley's. We'll see how she does with it. Chloe Smith gets it down low. They get the switch. She scores, count it, and 1. They were able to get the smaller guard Merriweather, listed at just 5'2", switched against Smith down low, and there was nothing that she could do in that spot. Excuse me, it's Poindexter. She's listed at the same height. And just like that, Sanaya McCoy, the 6'2" junior, is going to come in. It'll be Allen that comes out. A bit surprising, considering she has been all the offense so far for Russellville. We'll see how long she stays on the bench. As the free throw falls through, Chloe has the 3-point play, and Franklin-Simpson is on a 7-0 run since falling behind 4-0 early on. They lead it by 3, 4:40 left in the first quarter. Merriweather, left wing, gives it to McCoy on the elbow, dribbles through, and it's ripped away by Myler. Picked her pocket. Myler to the left side. Harrigan stops, pulls from 7 feet, rattles around and out. Rebound tipped, and Wilson comes down with it. That ball hit every part of the rim and hopped out. Tiff just 7 for 21 from the field the last 2 games after that electric start, including the 25-point debut against Russellville. She nearly takes it away Up top from Riley, then knocks it away on the second try, picked up by Pennington. To Myler, left side. Contested layup is good, but I think they're going to get her for a travel. She dragged the foot behind, picked up her dribble sooner than she needed to, was just a bit excited on that drive. She'll check out. Mila Rigsby back in, Harley Crafton in, as Mackenzie Taylor comes out as well. Crafton, a 5'4" freshman, averaging 2.5 points per game. And just like that, Demaya Allen does come right back in for Russellville, and McCoy checks back out. Halfway through the first quarter, 7-4 Franklin-Simpson in this girls matchup on senior night. Riley holds it midcourt, dribbles to her left, can't get anywhere. She's nearly going to get called for a 5-second closely guarded. Now spins off on the wing, leaves it off for Allen on the right block. They get Smith switched away from her, and Allen finishes with ease. She's got all 6 for Russellville. They trail it by 1. 3:35 left in the first. Crafton has it on the right wing. Harrigan springs free, top of the key. Catch and shoot triple. Missed it long. Allen pulls down the rebound, and here comes Russellville with a chance to take the lead back. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Demaya Allen just 10 points on 3 for 11 shooting when these two teams met last month. She's 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Riley drives left. Pennington knocks it away from her, and Crafton is up with it. Quick hands from Allie Pennington. And she'll bring it across half court against Riley. Drives to the right wing. Goes all the way to the rack. Allen bumps. Allie just throws it up. It's in. Are they going to count it? I think they're going to wave it off. It was an easy NBA and one. But instead, they're just going to get the bump against Allen, which is still big because that's her second foul with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And she'll have to come back out as McCoy checks back in. McCoy, great size, but a very raw player, averaging 2 points, 3 rebounds per game. Rigsby gets the inbound in the corner, now goes outside to Harrigan. Pennington flares off a screen, right wing, triple short, but it's chased down by Rigsby. Back to Pennington at half court, guarded by Riley. Drives left, behind the back dribble off to Crafton. Crafton drives in, flips up a runner, and gets it to go from the middle of the lane. The supporting cast has already been more productive tonight than they were all of Tuesday against Barron County as Harrigan comes up and knocks it away from Merriweather and chases it down to the corner. Floats it ahead to Crafton on the right baseline. Leaves it on the block to Rigsby. Wraps around. Tries to float it up to Smith. It hits the rim, and it's taken away by Eliza Wilson. Then she lost it, but they're going to get a foul against Rigsby, taking it away from her. Crazy sequence as Milo was trying to make the pass, but it hit the rim. And with 2:20 left in this opening quarter, Russellville's going to take a timeout to slow this thing down. 9-6, Franklin-Simpson leads it in this opening quarter, presented by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, or to call 270-586-9899. Find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. Already 4 players have scored to get the 9 points on the board for Franklin-Simpson. 6 points from Russellville, all from Demaya Allen, who is now out with 2 fouls. The Lady Cats had a grand total of 6 players score on Tuesday, including just 6 bench points. They've already got 4 tonight, and add on 2 more from Carmen Phillips, who came off the bench in that game on Tuesday, but started this one on senior night for FS. Out of the timeout, Riley drives, kicks right corner for a Poindexter 3. It's no good. Crafton gets the rebound and gives it off to Pennington. Allie dribbles into the front court. She's got the forward Eliza Wilson switched out on her. And we'll see now if she tries to isolate. For now, she'll give it off to Crafton at the top of the key. Now back to Pennington on the right wing. And they'll set it up for her to work. Wants a screen from Myler. Nobody comes to switch off of it. Clean 3 off the right wing. Misses short. Smith fighting for the rebound, but it's picked up by Riley on the baseline. 1:40 left in this first quarter. 9-6, Franklin-Simpson up by 3. Poindexter, left wing, gives it up top. Riley to Wilson up top, and Myler fouls her from behind, trying to deflect the pass. Crafton will come out, Tiff Harrigan back in. Russellville's only gotten 1 look so far for Merriweather, scoreless, averaging 20 points per game over the last 3 games. We'll see if they design something for her here on a baseline inbound. They did on the last one. McCoy gets the inbound. Now Riley collects it on the left wing. They're trying to get Merriweather open, but none of the screens connect. And then Harrigan knocks it out of Riley's hands into the Franklin-Simpson bench. 1:26 left in the quarter. Riley gets it in quickly to Merriweather, driving around Taylor all the way to the rim and scores it on the left block. Was a straight line drive from Poindexter, and nobody came to help. 9-8, Russellville again cuts it to 1. Pennington walks into the front court. Riley face guarding her the entire way, now gives it off to Harrigan. Tiff, left-handed dribble off a Chloe Smith screen all the way to the right. Block, slashes through and drops it in for 2. First basket of the game for Tiffany Harrigan. And Franklin-Simpson's up 11-8 under a minute left to go in this first quarter. And Myler deflects the pass out of bounds. Russellville will again inbound in front of the Franklin-Simpson bench. Quickly it comes into Merriweather. Guarded by Taylor, couple of crossovers. Taylor cuts off her drive on the baseline, gets an ovation from the crowd. Goes down low, Wilson against Pennington, turns back left, missed it short on the block. Pennington with a rebound, and she's fouled. Riley and Poindexter were both in the area. They get Riley for the reach. 39.9 on the clock as Pennington will bring it up for Franklin-Simpson out of the point. Taylor, Harrigan, Smith, and Myler also on the floor for Franklin-Simpson. Now 30 seconds left in the quarter. Harrigan gets it right wing, drives around Poindexter, leaves it for Smith right elbow, driving in contact against McCoy, and it'll be 2 free throws for Chloe Smith. Bailed out a bit there by the foul. They actually signaled the foul against Eliza Wilson, who must have reached in on the way up. McCoy had blocked it. So it'll be 2 more free throws for Chloe Smith. Hit one earlier to complete a 3-point play. A 66% free throw shooter on the season. Leads Franklin-Simpson, getting there 5 times per game. First free throw good for the senior now with 1,048 career points at Franklin-Simpson High School. Hit 1,000 earlier this season. And did it at Russellville High School. Second free throw good. She's now got 5 to lead Franklin-Simpson, and that's the lead. 13-8, 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Smith comes out, Madeline Dean in for the first time for RevFest, the junior averaging 3.3 points per game. Harrigan commits a foul against Riley immediately off the inbound. That's her first, only the third on FS in the quarter. Lady Cats are in the bonus if Russellville does commit a foul. Right now it's just full court man-to-man pressure. It comes into Riley. Harrigan right in her face. Full length of the floor from the basket. Riley gets into the front court with a behind-the-back dribble. Double team comes with Taylor. Now it goes on the left wing to Poindexter. Puts it on the floor against Dean. Kicks it out Wilson. 9 on the game clock. Wilson wraps around. Beautiful dump down low to McCoy. And she's fouled fighting for it down low. If it's on Harrigan, it's her second. And it is. Would have been a clean opportunity for McCoy to go up with it. Didn't initially control the pass and then was fouled. So with 5.3 seconds left in the quarter, Harrigan has to come out with her second foul. And Mila Rigsby will check back in for a baseline inbound for Russellville. Merriweather to take it. Goes into McCoy. Puts it on the floor against Dean. Driving into the lane. A hook shot just before the horn. Misses off to the right. And that will bring the opening quarter to a close. It hasn't been the prettiest quarter for Franklin-Simpson.
He's blitzed. Throw the jump ball into the end zone. Groves, he got it! He caught it! Signal a touchdown! The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
Fiber, Franklin Electric Plant Board, keeping Franklin connected and powered up.
13-8, Franklin-Simpson leading it after one in this girls matchup between the Lady Cats and the Russellville Lady Panthers. Lady Cats have possession to start the second quarter. They immediately try to go down low to Chloe Smith to start the frame, but they're going to get an illegal screen on Harley Crafton behind the play, trying to force a switch and get a guard on Smith. So Lady Cats turn it over. It goes back to Russellville. Lady Panthers still without Demaya Allen, who came out and scored their first 6 points of the game. Russellville led it 4-0 out the gates. Allen picked up 2 fouls early, hasn't been back in the game since. And Franklin-Simpson has taken advantage to build up this 5-point lead. Eliza Wilson gets it on the block. She spins to her left and scores from the left side. Put it on the floor against Mila Rigsby and finished for 2. Wilson, a player, I talked about this in the pregame. So much potential you can see in that 5'8 freshman who's been playing for this Russellville team at the varsity level since 7th grade when she debuted on this floor. Pennington gets it on the left wing, steps back behind Riley, doesn't take the shot, and instead holds on to it. A minute gone in the quarter. Lady Cats up by 3. Left side runner from Pennington way long. Rebounded opposite side by McCoy. Here comes Riley the other way on the left wing to Merriweather. Quick trigger 3 over Crafton, rattles off no. McCoy with the rebound. Her putback misses long. Smith fighting for it, has it, and she sends it off to Pennington. Franklin-Simpson has major numbers the other way. Pennington throws it on the left side to Rigsby. It was behind her. Now kicks it out to Taylor, and they reset up top with Pennington. Fakes the 3, drives all the way to the rim against Riley. Fouled from behind, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws, and that's the second foul on starting guard Abby Riley for Russellville. Pennington scoreless so far. Averaging 21.6 points per game. Will go to the line for 2 free throws here, where she's a 77% shooter on the season. Makes the first of these 2. For all she does from outside, still gets to the line nearly 5 times per game. Was also scoreless the first time these 2 teams faced off in the first quarter. Finished with 14 points. And got her first 3 points on the second quarter at the free throw line. She makes both of these free throws, so she's got her first 2, and Franklin-Simpson's lead is back to 5. 15-10, minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Riley will stay in with her 2 fouls, gets a screen from McCoy, now over to Wilson on the left wing. Double team comes, back to Riley. She fires up a 3 from the right side, missed long. Wilson gets the rebound though for Russellville and saves it into the right corner. A 3-pointer on the way. That one rattles off for Aubrey Cross in for the first time. The 5'5 senior who had 3 points against Franklin-Simpson back in January. As Pennington brings it up left side, gets a screen from Smith. Left elbow Jay, pushed long off the heel. Rebounded by Wilson, knocked away by Harrigan, but straight to Riley. Here comes Abby Riley for Russellville. Right side Merriweather. She pulls from 4 feet off the line. It's long. Myler chases it down for FS. Up ahead to Harrigan. It's a foot race. Tiff wins it. Can't finish on the right block. Pressured from behind as she split through 2 defenders. And just had a bit too much momentum going to the rim. Tiff just 2 points so far, but if you're Franklin-Simpson, you got just 4 between Harrigan and Pennington, and you still got 15 on the board. You'll take it. McCoy gets it on the left elbow extended, puts it on the floor against Myler, spins back left, lost it off her own leg, and Franklin-Simpson will get it back off the turnover. And if you're Russellville as well, I think you're happy to be down 5 with Demaya Allen sitting on the bench with 2 fouls for now the majority of this game. We'll see how long that continues to be the case. Pennington operating out of the point. Taylor runs up the left wing. Tiff Harrigan comes to get it on the right side. Smith and Myler standing on the elbows. Chloe comes to set a screen for Harrigan. Off-ball screen set. Pennington left wing. Catches, drives, pulls with a long 2 off the mark to the right side. Trying to find the shot with a couple of looks from the mid-range and unable to connect. And with 5:07 left before halftime, Myler will check back out. Carmen Phillips back in. Riley brings it back up. Taylor will pick her up on the left wing. It goes down low to Wilson. Phillips guarding her. Wilson operating from the left block. Checks both ways, fires up a wild jumper, and Phillips gets her hand stuck in the cookie jar and fouls as Wilson just kind of looks over to Coach Jermaine Savage and shrugs as almost to say thank you to Phillips for reaching in and picking up the foul. Had nowhere to go with that. But Wilson instead will get 2 free throws. A 55% shooter on the year. First one gets a generous roll off the back iron and falls through as Rigsby comes in. Taylor out. 15-11 Franklin-Simpson leading. These are the first 2 free throw attempts for a Russellville team, taking nearly 20 per game on the year. But only had 6 tries against Logan County. Second one misses. Jump ball called as both teams fight for it after the fact. And the arrow will... It should keep it with Russellville, and it does. Mila Rigsby had stepped in to take the inbound, but it's going to stay with the Lady Panthers with 4:50 left to go before halftime. Quickly it comes in left side to Merriweather. Now they go back up top to Cross. Right side Wilson, guarded by Phillips. Drives in, spins to her left, stuck down low, tried to leave it for McCoy, and is called for a walk. Was a nice move from Wilson to split through two defenders and probably should have just gone up with it instead of trying to make the extra pass. Again, just someone that you watch and you see the tools that are there. But Franklin-Simpson gets it back, still up by 4. Harrigan deep on the left wing being pressured by Cross. Gets a screen from Smith. McCoy switches on. Harrigan takes advantage, throws up a runner and fouled from behind by the post player McCoy. And it'll be 2 free throws for Tiff Harrigan, who in her 5th game now at Franklin-Simpson comes into tonight 17 for 18 at the free throw line. And you can make it 18 for 19. As the first one floats through, it almost looks like it doesn't touch the net with how perfectly she puts them through. Second one gets a little back iron and falls. 4 points now for Harrigan. And Franklin-Simpson has a 17-11 lead. Full timeout taken by Russellville after the free throw. 4:23 left before halftime. Lady Cats lead it by 6 here on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
4:23 left before halftime. Here at Franklin-Simpson High School, Russellville out of a full timeout trails the Lady Cats of Franklin-Simpson. 17-11. It's Russellville ball. Abby Riley operating out of the point. She's still in there with her 2 fouls. Floats it down low to Eliza Wilson. A leaping catch. She's tied up, though, by Pennington. Arrow favors Franklin-Simpson. Great play by Allie to swoop in from behind to tie that up. And immediately the Lady Cats force the turnover as Madeline Dean comes back in. Carmen Phillips out. Chloe Smith leading Franklin-Simpson with 5 points. Tiff Harrigan has 4. Demaya Allen still leading the Lady Panthers with 6 of their 11, while sitting on the bench with those 2 early fouls. Left side, Harrigan has it guarded by Poindexter. Goes back up top to Pennington. Smith sets the screen at the top with a key. Trying to set another. Riley fights through it, but Pennington gets to the right elbow. Sends it out. Rigsby for a right corner 3. Missed it, but on the opposite side, Smith gets the rebound. Her first putback no good. Second one misses long, but she's fouled. And if they get it on McCoy, that's 2 fouls on both bigs for Russellville, and it is. Chloe 3 for 3 at the free throw line already tonight. McCoy and Allen both with 2 fouls. The real only 2 post players, true post players for this Russellville team. Allen, undersized in terms of height, but a strong player, especially for just an 8th grader. Smith buries both free throws. She's now got 7 of the 19 for Franklin-Simpson, who have scored 6 points in this second quarter, and they've all been from the free throw line. We've only had 1 made field goal in the second quarter total, and there's only 3.5 minutes left before halftime. Wilson gets on the left block, going up against Dean. Left it short, had once again a good move spinning right to left, but couldn't finish. Here comes Harrigan, left block, takes the bump, can't finish with the left hand, fires up the second try, and this time scores it. All she needed was the 6'2 McCoy there trying to block it. First field goal of the second quarter for Franklin-Simpson. And the lead starting to inflate a little bit, 21-11 FS. McCoy gets it at the free throw line, faces, fires, can't bank it in. Rebound bounces on the floor and then goes over to Chloe Smith. FS has numbers, 4-on-2 the other way. Right block, Rigsby scores off the assist from Pennington. A left wing dart to the right block. (23-11) now Franklin-Simpson. A quick 6-0 run out of the timeout. Riley gives it up top to Poindexter. Drives in, stops on the right elbow, leaves it for McCoy. Jumper just inside the left elbow, falls. First bucket for McCoy. Makes it 23-13. Franklin-Simpson up by 10. Harrigan, deep right wing, guarded by Poindexter. Left side, Pennington catch and shoot tray. Got it, there it is for Allie Pennington. Her first triple of the night, the first triple for either team in this game. And Franklin-Simpson's lead is 13, doubling up the Lady Panthers as it stands. Right side, Riley drives to the elbow, cut off by Harrigan. Up top, Poindexter on the elbow, goes to McCoy, lost it between her legs, and it's picked up by Dean. Here comes Pennington the other way. Again, numbers for Franklin-Simpson. Alley, kick out. Harrigan drives from the left corner all the way to the rack and scores it off the glass. Timeout, Russellville. It's a full with 1:48 left to go before halftime. 6 points in the quarter now for Tiffany Harrigan. She leads everybody with 8, and Franklin-Simpson has broken this thing open 28-13. The Lady Cats lead it. 1:48 left in the second quarter here on 92.3 WFKN. I think we can do a minute ago.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
17-11, the last time a timeout was called, just a couple of minutes of game time ago. An 11-2 run from Franklin-Simpson has the Lady Cats in full control. Out of this timeout, Poindexter misses a three from the top of the key. Mackenzie Taylor with the rebound. They're going to get a jump ball tied up by Poindexter. Arrow should keep it with Russellville, and it will as everybody now heads back to that side of the floor. Just 5 points scored in the quarter for Russellville. 3 from Eliza Wilson, 2 from Sanaya McCoy. We talked all about how proficient the Lady Panthers have been from 3 the last few games. As off the inbound, McCoy caught it, tried to drive in, but pulled the pivot foot and traveled, getting into the lane from the left side. But at least 5 threes made in 5 straight games for Russellville coming into tonight. They've yet to hit one in this game. Franklin-Simpson making over 6.5 per game on the year. They've only made 1. From Allie Pennington, coming off a season-low 11 points. She's got 5 tonight. But that's all the Lady Cats have needed. The help has been there. 28-13, they lead it. Dean is going to be called for an illegal screen. Pennington had sprung free for a catch-and-shoot 3, but she was free because of the moving screen. Lady Cats run the risk of getting a couple of those a game. And just like that, with 1:17 left before halftime, we finally see Demaya Allen back in for Russellville as McCoy comes out. Allen left in the first quarter with 2 fouls after scoring the first 6 points for Russellville. Didn't even play half the quarter. And she still got nearly half their points total. Riley drives in on the left block, spins through, layup misses short. Rebound pulled down by Myler, and Demaya Allen gets a foul, trying to reach for it from behind. Coach Savage can't believe it, just has to walk away to the baseline. Brought in Demaya Allen for offense there with 2 fouls, and immediately picks up a third. And she'll head back to the bench as McCoy has to come back in with her 2 fouls. 3 starters in foul trouble for a Russellville team that does not go deep. Pennington brings it across against Riley. Under a minute left in the quarter. Runner bounces twice on the rim and falls through for Pennington. After a scoreless first quarter, has 7 here in the second frame. 30-13, Franklin-Simpson leads. 45 seconds left to go before halftime. Merriweather passes to Poindexter. It's deflective. Taylor fighting to tie it up. Did they give her the jump ball? No, they get a reach in against Kinsey. Both teams now with 4 fouls, so both in the bonus for the final 38.8 seconds of this first half. Poindexter will inbound on the far sideline for Russellville. They had set up something on the floor for the halftime dance performance. They're having to move out of the way from the sideline for the inbound, and now they get things back underway as Riley brings it up, guarded by Taylor. Wilson sets a screen on the right elbow. Riley fires it down low. McCoy faces against Smith, gets to the right block, scores it, and the foul, and one opportunity for Sanaya McCoy. Chloe had jumped up. I don't even think it was a post move to get her in the air, but Chloe, I think, saw the shoulder move and jumped up at it originally to give McCoy space to get inside. And then she picks up the shooting foul as McCoy drops it in. It's only the first foul on Smith, but she'll come out. Asia Cosby in for the first time for Franklin-Simpson. The sophomore making her 12th appearance of the season, averaging a point and a rebound a half per game. McCoy's free throw off the mark, and the clock stays stopped. And the whistle blows. Actually, I think they might rule that it didn't hit the rim. It was off the mark to the right side, and whistle's blowing. The official is saying they've got to move whatever is on the far side of the floor that's set up for the dance routine, some paper that's on the floor. With 26.6 seconds left before halftime. (30-15) is the Franklin-Simpson lead. Pennington brings it across half court, beats Poindexter off the dribble, pulls from the free throw line, missed it long. Rebounded by McCoy with 14 seconds left to work with for Russellville. Riley looks up and checks the clock. Sends it over on the left side into the hands of Merriweather. Back to Riley, 7 seconds. Darts it on the elbow. McCoy fighting through, lost it, just heaves one up, misses long. Wilson with the rebound, her put back good just before the horn. So despite the extra foul from Demaya Allen, she's the first one out there on the floor to high-five her teammates who pick it up with 4 straight points to end the opening half. Franklin-Simpson, though, still in control. 30-17, the Lady Cats lead it. After the first 16 minutes, it was everybody but the Stars in the first quarter. Harrigan and Pennington pick it up in the second frame. 13 points of the 17 put up by Franklin-Simpson. Between those two, add it all up, and those 13 points to lead for the Lady Cats, 30-17. They're up over Russellville at the break. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at all the numbers from this one so far, get you some scores from around the area, and get set for the second half of action in the opening game of the night here on Senior Night. Franklin-Simpson taking on Russellville. Lady Cats leading it by 13 at the break here on 92.
They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
It's halftime on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Halftime is sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
Girls win, they move up to the 3 seed in that district tournament. Loss would put them down to the 4 and into a matchup against Barron County, who we obviously just saw on Tuesday how good that Trojanet team is. Things could get quite interesting if Glasgow could hop up and earn the 3 seed and then take on Allen County in that 2-3 matchup. But right now the Lady Patriots leading it by 5 at the break. Bowling Green in control at halftime, 31-14 against South Warren. That is a Lady Purples team that is playing much better as this year goes on. Was scheduled to be a girls-only matchup between Bowling Green and Franklin-Simpson, had to be canceled due to the weather. That's one that I think both teams and all fans would have liked to have seen between those two squads. It's shaping up to be a wide-open year in the 4th region. Obviously, last year the target was 100% on Franklin-Simpson's back, and they proved it to be rightfully so as they would go on to win the region tournament, led by that incredible group of seniors, Larisha Cawthorn and all the guards around her with Lanaya Brown, Jasmine Savage, Naja Nolan, Vanessa Ray. It was a special team, and it was clear-cut from the beginning. Everybody had pointed them as the favorites. This year it's kind of wavered all over the place, who the favorites would be, who the top team would be, and it just continues to blow my mind how on any given night it looks like this could be any given team's region. Franklin-Simpson had the win earlier this season against Barron County. The Trojanettes get them back here on this floor on Tuesday. We've seen what Allen County, Scottsville, and Avery Morris are able to do. We got to see here on this floor what Metcalfe County is capable of with Josie Allen, one of the best players in the region. That district in particular, the 16th, there is really no telling who's going to end up coming out of it because there are some quality teams up there. Franklin-Simpson, Saul Monroe County lost to the Lady Falcons earlier this season. Cumberland County beat Franklin-Simpson as well earlier in the year. Russell County, Clinton County, all quality teams. We'll see what two teams come out of that district. Franklin-Simpson looking to continue to control their own destiny here on the girls' side of the 13th district. They can move to 4-0 tonight with a win if they finish it off against Russellville, leading at 30-17 at the break. 8 points from Tiffany Harrigan leads the way for the Lady Cats. She's been in double figures in all 4 of her games so far at Franklin-Simpson, looking to make it 5 for 5 for number 5 here on her senior night. 7 points apiece for Allie Pennington and Chloe Smith. 2 points down the board for Carmen Phillips, Harley Crafton, Mila Rigsby, and Reese Myler. So we talk about the seniors for Franklin-Simpson. 6 of them on this roster, all of them with very different stories. Reese Myler we're seeing on this team for the first time. Tiff Harrigan has not played again, not even half the season that she's been able to play for Franklin-Simpson here in her senior year. Chloe Smith we've seen playing since she was a freshman for Franklin-Simpson High School. All but one of the seniors have scored so far tonight, and I guarantee you they're going to do everything they can to get Kinsey Taylor a bucket before this game comes to a close. Lady Cats go 9 for 9 at the free throw line in that opening half. Free throws were going to be a big number in this one. I mentioned this a few times. Russellville taking 19 per game on the season. Only took 6 in their last district loss to Logan County. The Lady Cougars taking 20 more than they did in that ball game. Got there 13 times in the first matchup between these two teams. Only made 4 of them though. Lady Cats only went 8 for 9 against Barron County. On the season, they're 7-1 when they make double-digit free throws. Made 18 the first time these two teams faced off. And what a performance so far. 9 for 9 at the free throw line. Just 1 3-pointer made so far, but 0 on the board for Russellville after the Lady Cats gave up what was a season high for Barron County, 13 on Tuesday night. And you can tell that was a point of emphasis because Franklin-Simpson has extended their defense out well beyond the perimeter, not even daring Russellville to shoot it, forcing everything to funnel inside. And to start this game, it all funneled inside to Demaya Allen, the 8th grader who had the first 6 points in this game for Russellville. She picked up a couple of fouls within the first 4 minutes, had to sit, came back with 1:15 left in the second quarter, and immediately picked up a 3rd foul going over the back, going for an offensive rebound. We'll see how she's managed in the second half. Eliza Wilson, the 5'8" freshman forward, with 5 points behind her. 4 points for Sanaya McCoy, the backup big, listed at 6'2", and she's just about every bit of that 6'2", a junior. Just very raw tools as a basketball player, but she flashed the jumper, has had a couple nice post moves so far in this ball game. She's got 4 points, and then 2 from Jada Poindexter rounds out the scoring for Russellville. We talk about seniors. The only 2 for Russellville, Jada Poindexter and Aubrey Cross. Poindexter starts. We saw Cross play a couple of minutes. This is the team mostly consisted not just of underclassmen, but their best player is an 8th grader. And then Wilson, who we just talked about, just a freshman. Mariah Merriweather, who's been playing extremely well as of late, just a freshman as well. She's averaged 19.7 per game over the last 3 games. She is scoreless so far in this one. 30-17, Franklin-Simpson leading it at the halftime break over Russellville. We'll step away. When we come back, second half of action comes your way from Franklin-Simpson High School as the Lady Cats look to get senior night started with a win before the boys matchup coming up later. Hoping to make it a 2-0 stretch here between these 13th district matchups. Both teams trying to get the bad taste out of their mouth from Tuesday night against Barron County. Second half on the way for the girls matchup right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters, with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
Ready to get the second half underway from Franklin-Simpson High School. Lady Cats will have the first possession of the half, leading it 30-17 over Russellville. Lady Cats in the base white uniforms, blue numbers, blue Lady Cats written across the front, outlined in gray. Russellville in the base black with gold and white stripes down the side, gold numbers outlined in white. It's Franklin-Simpson with the first possession. Grigsby, Harrigan, Pennington, who catches and fires the top of the key three off the mark, joined by Smith and Kinsey Taylor on the floor. Russellville will trot Demaya Allen out there with her 3 fouls. Rest of the starting 5 for them: Poindexter, Riley, Eliza Wilson, and Mariah Merriweather looking for her first bucket of the game. She's guarded in the corner now by Mackenzie Taylor. Goes on the elbow to Allen, but it goes between her legs and back to Franklin-Simpson. Here comes Pennington the other way. Fires it on the left block. Rigsby slices through, pushes the layup long, then tips the rebound. It goes out of bounds on the far side. Back to Russellville. Was a clean look for Mila, just couldn't finish it. Lady Cats have already had more players score in this game than they did the entirety of the Barron County loss on Tuesday, as Harrigan comes up, knocks it away up top. It was a 1-on-2 and she won it. Now spins inside, misses the left-handed layup. Rebound tied up again. We've had several jump balls, and this time the arrow sends it back to Russellville. Russellville was trying to do just a simple exchange between Poindexter handing it off to Riley, and Harrigan just got up right in the middle of it and knocked it away, but couldn't finish. She leads Franklin-Simpson with 8 points so far. Allie Pennington with 7 all in the second quarter. Chloe Smith with 7. Right side, Poindexter has it, gives it to Eliza Wilson. Pennington picks up a reach from behind, trying to deflect the pass from behind her. Just her first foul. Only foul trouble for FS so far, a couple on Tiff Harrigan. 3 for Allen, 2 for McCoy, 2 for Riley for Russellville. McCoy coming off the bench as the backup big. Smith picks off the pass midair on the inbound from Riley. She keeps it herself all the way to the rim and scores with ease as Allen had to back off with those 3 fouls. And Smith now has 9, coming off the career high 20 on Tuesday against Barron County. Poindexter is running down the floor holding someone's shoe. It's Allen's, who was just content to go down and play in a sock. They finally blow the whistle to let her put her right shoe back on. She and Eliza Wilson laughing at each other. Now Wilson's going to take the cue to tie her own shoe. She's like, I was just going to play anyway. 32-17, Franklin-Simpson leading it after the layup from Chloe Smith. Harley Crafton going to check in as Mila Rigsby comes out with 6:37 left in this third quarter. And we're back underway with Riley holding it at midcourt. Merriweather comes to get it right side. Taylor guarding her. Goes on the right block. Wilson fades away over Pennington, takes the bump and scores. Lets out a yell after the fact for good measure. She's now got a team-high 7 for Russellville. Had a season-high 10 in their win at Logan County to open district play. And has a chance to complete the three-point play. She's 1 for 2 at the line tonight. 2 quick fouls picked up by Pennington. Free throw good for Wilson. She's got 8. And it's 32-20 now. FS up by 12. Pennington sends it over to Harrigan on the right wing. Drops it off for Chloe Smith in the middle of the lane. Fires it up over Allen. Wanted a foul call. Doesn't get it. It's deflected, though, on the shot out of bounds. So it'll stay with Franklin-Simpson. Pennington will inbound, and you know they're going to try to work this back to her. Right side, it goes to Smith on the block. She lost it going up against Allen, and here comes Merriweather the other way. Merriweather drives into Taylor on the right block. Whistle blows. Not sure what the call is here. They're going to call a quick one on Taylor. Wasn't much contact down there. But that's already the 3rd foul of the quarter against Franklin-Simpson. Russellville took just 3 free throws in the first half. Inbound comes in quickly to Allen in the corner, guarded by Smith. Now posts up on the baseline, bullies her way to the block, fades away to the left, missed it well short. Here comes Pennington. Allie brings it down the middle of the floor. Wilson giving chase. Dribbles out to the right corner, shovels it to Harrigan. Beats the defender off the baseline drive, flips it up, gets the contact, missed the layup, but she'll go to the line for 2 free throws with the foul coming in against Poindexter, who had raced in to help because Harrigan had initially beaten Riley, who has 2 fouls. Allen was waiting down low to help. She has 3 fouls, and so Poindexter had to come in and try to make a play. Harrigan makes the first of these 2 free throws, now 3 for 3 at the line tonight, 20 for 21 in her 4.5 games. Takes 2 dribbles, fires again, and hits. It's the top percentage in the state if you consider it qualifying. She nearly comes up and takes the inbound pass away from Riley. And instead steals the pass from Riley to Eliza Wilson. Missed the layup, though. Wanted a foul, doesn't get this one. And Riley has it back for Russellville. She's double-teamed in the backcourt. Nearly lost it again. Gets it off to Poindexter. To Wilson at the elbow. Drives through, fakes a pass. Has it ripped away by Chloe Smith. And then a foul called down low as Smith takes it away from Allen. They're going to get it on Chloe. That's her 2nd. Still no one with more than 2 for Franklin-Simpson, but Russellville in the bonus for the final 5:27 of this third quarter. Inbound comes in quickly to Merriweather. Down low, Allen working against Smith. Elbows her, no call, and is able to bank it in from 6 feet out. Allen with her first points since the first 4 minutes of the ball game. She's now got 8. And Russellville is starting to ease in on this thing for Franklin-Simpson. 34-22. Crafton right wing goes down low. Riley deflects the pass as she swooped in from behind Smith to get it. Riley weaving right to left. Back to the right side. Layup over Crafton. Good. 34-24, lead is 10 for FS. Pennington left elbow runner, got it, and she was fouled from behind. Riley reached around. She thought that Pennington was going to keep it in that left hand with the dribble. Pennington floats it up with a right hand and in, and Allie's going to have a chance for a three-point play after this timeout. It's just a 30, so we'll stay here. Third foul picked up by Abby Riley. 36-24, Franklin-Simpson leading. Getting a bit dicey with the fouls, 4 already. Russellville, again, great at drawing them, but not good at making the free throws. Just a 46% free throw shooting team on the season. They're 2 for 4 here tonight. Had a game earlier this year, actually set a season high with 35 free throw attempts against Monroe County, but of the 35 that they took, only made 5 of them. And that sums up a lot of the first-year frustrations that head coach Jermaine Savage has worked through with this team. 6-7 on the year after winning 1 game in total last year. They had not won a district game the last 2 seasons before this year, won their opener against Logan County. And they've lost by 31 to Franklin-Simpson, and then single-digit losses to Todd County Central and Logan County since then. As we get back underway, Pennington fires up the free throw, completes the three-point play, and the Lady Cats are now 12 for 12 at the free throw line tonight. Pennington and Harrigan now at 10 points apiece. 37-24 is the FS lead after the free throw. Riley barely beats the count to get into the front court. Pressure by Harrigan. Drives down low. Lost it off her leg out of bounds. Harrigan hounding her everywhere she goes. Her impact has been felt to start this third quarter. If it's your first time hearing about Harrigan, her nickname Puff, P-U-F, that stands for pick up full court. And that's exactly what she's done in the second half. And Russellville's had nothing for it. With 4:20 left before we get to the final quarter. Pennington working up top against Riley. Kicks it out left corner. Mackenzie Taylor for 3. Got it! Every senior now has scored for Franklin-Simpson on senior night. First triple of the night for Taylor, just the second for the Lady Cats. Ball nearly thrown away on the far side. Taylor comes in to try to tie up Poindexter, who's trying to keep it from going into the backcourt. Forces the jump ball. Arrow sent it to Franklin-Simpson. Kinsey has forced at least 5 tie-ups in this game by herself. Riley will come out with her 3 fouls. Aubrey Cross, the senior, back in for Russellville, averaging a point per game, had 3 against Franklin-Simpson in January. Reese Myler comes back in for the Lady Cats. Had a couple of points in the first half of this one as Crafton comes out. Harrigan brings it into the front court. Harrigan leaves it for Myler, wide open left block, caught under the basket, but she's fouled. Missed the layup off the bottom side of the backboard, was just too close under there. But they get Poindexter for a shove. That's her third. Third on Russellville. Lady Cats with 4. Russellville in the bonus if they can draw some fouls here late in the quarter, as Myler makes the first of these 2 free throws. Now 9 for 16 at the line this season, averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds per game, at 13 against Edmonson County for a season high. Makes both of these, and she got 4 here tonight. Lady Cats applying pressure off the made free throws. It's Kinsey Taylor all over Merriweather and bumps near half court. And there come those free throws. It's the 3rd foul on Kinsey Taylor, who it looks like will come out for Harley Crafton. And it'll be 2 free throws for Mariah Merriweather. 10 for 19 at the free throw line this season. Russellville 2 for 4 at the line tonight. First one good. And finally the first point for Merriweather, who would score 19.7 points per game the last 3 games since the last meeting between these 2 teams. Averaging nearly 13 per game on the season. And gets the second free throw to go as well. (42-26) Franklin-Simpson leading. Harrigan walks it into the front court. Poindexter guarding her loosely on the right hand. Instead, Harrigan drives left and gets it to go from 8 feet. Was just trying to take away the right side. Harrigan just went left and dropped in the mid-range jumper. Russellville, though, breaks the press the other way. Unable to make the jumper is Poindexter. It was a 3-on-1. Poindexter pulled up with a mid-range jumper, but then the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pennington. And Russellville will keep it for a baseline inbound. Abby Riley's going to come back in to navigate that press. As Cross checks back out with 3:19 left to go in the third quarter. It'll be Riley to inbound on the baseline. Ball comes into Merriweather in the left corner. Crafton all over her. Screen set. Doesn't spring Merriweather open. Harrigan reaches in to deflect it. Wilson goes on the floor to get it. Her pass then deflected. And they're going to say that right before the first pass was made, Coach Jermaine Savage got a 30-second timeout called with 3:10 left in this third quarter. Lady Cats leading at 44-26 over Russellville after the latest jumper from Tiffany Harrigan, who leads FS with 12 points on the night. Allie Pennington with 10. Chloe Smith knocking on the door of double figures with 9. 3:10 left to go in the quarter. Russellville's already tied their highest scoring quarter of the game with 9 points. They're 3 for 3 at the line, and again in the bonus for the remainder of the quarter. Franklin-Simpson as a team now 14 for 14 at the free throw line in this one. Let's go. Over their last 2 games, 22 for 23 in total. Went 8 for 9 against Barron County on Tuesday. Didn't get there as much as they would like. This is the 9th time the Lady Cats have made double-digit free throws on the season. Of the previous 8, they've won 7 of those games. Out of the timeout, it will be Russellville basketball. Riley quickly gets the sideline inbound, and we get back underway. Crafton, Harrigan, Pennington, Smith, Myler on the floor for Franklin-Simpson. Ball goes on the right elbow. Wilson kicks it out. Merriweather, deep 3 off the top of the key. Left it short. Pennington deflects the rebound, but it goes all the way back to Merriweather near half court. And then she has it knocked out of bounds by Pennington into the Russellville bench. That one of the better looks Merriweather's had tonight. 14 threes made over the last 3 games. 0 so far in this one. 2-3 zone right now for Franklin-Simpson defensively. Harrigan comes in to steal a pass to the elbow, and then she's tripped up by Wilson, who the pass was intended for, but Harrigan just streaked in and took it away. Now Franklin-Simpson in the bonus, 2:41 to play with for the rest of this third quarter. It'll be Harrigan that operates out of the point as Pennington runs down to her left to the wing. Crafton in the right corner, Myler and Smith on the blocks. Harrigan isolated up top, beats Poindexter off the dribble. No look pass to Myler on the right block. Goes out of bounds, last touch by Russellville. Myler to inbound from the baseline. Quickly goes into Harrigan left corner. Dribbles it out to the wing. Looks at Pennington behind her. Tries to spin away from Poindexter and just lost it into the hands of Coach Taylor out of bounds. It'll go back to Russellville. It's been a bit sloppy tonight for Franklin-Simpson, but leading at 44-26. Kenzie Taylor comes back in for FS. And Harrigan will get a breather with 2:14 left to go in the third. Abby Riley holds it deep on the left wing. Now they go free throw line. Allen faces up. Help comes defensively, and she bangs home the jumper anyway. Faced up, took her time, and she's into double figures for the 9th time this season with 10 points. 44-28 now. Franklin-Simpson up by 16. It was 13 at halftime. Pennington rifles it over to Taylor on the left wing. Now Chloe Smith at the free throw line. Guarded by Allen. Drives. Kicks to Crafton. It was high, but Harley goes up to get it. She drives. Dishes on the left wing to Taylor. Back up top, Pennington. And she'll pull it back out to half court and reset against Riley. Allie drives right. Spins back. Crosses over at the top of the key. Floats it down low. Myler. Back out to Pennington, but it's deflected and stolen away by Riley. And then Allie gets a reach-in foul for her troubles. That's her third. And it'll be 2 free throws for Abby Riley. At 10 points the first time these two teams played, just 2 so far tonight earlier in the quarter. Harrigan and Phillips getting set to check in for Franklin-Simpson after the first free throw. It misses long. First miss of the quarter for Russellville. Now 3 for 4 at the line in the third after they went just 1 for 3 in the entire first half. Pennington and Myler come out for Phillips and Harrigan. So all seniors on the floor with the exception of the freshman Harley Crafton. And the second free throw good for Riley, who now has 3 points. And it's 44-29 FS. Minute and a half to work with in this third quarter. Harrigan walks front court. Poindexter waiting for it at the top of the key. Still backing up as Harrigan is going to take the three right in her face, and she drains it. They're going to say her foot was on the line. A deep 2 for Tiff Harrigan. Poindexter just kept backing up. Tiff took the dare and banged it home from the top of the key. 46-29. They've got it as 47 on the scoreboard, but it was just a 2. And now Riley steps on the sideline, and it'll go back to Franklin-Simpson with 57 seconds to work with as now the officials pause for subs. Mila Rigsby comes in, Crafton out. And whistles blow again because the band is playing in the middle of play. So they'll get that sorted. And we'll inbound it again. We'll also have to take a timeout at some point, or I'll try to reach out in between quarters because the scoreboard has 47 up for FS on that last shot that was ruled a 2, so it should be 46. 46-29 our score. Harrigan double team just in the front court, darts it down low to Taylor. She spins off the left block. 40 seconds left to work with in the quarter. Down low Smith working against Allen, missed it long, got it back. Second try no good, but a foul called. If it's on Allen, it's her 4th. And it is. 2 more free throws for Chloe Smith. She's got 9 points tonight, is 5 for 5 at the free throw line. As Asia Cosby gets set to check in for the Lady Cats. First free throw good for Chloe. And she's in a double figures with 10. 15th time that she's been in double figures this season, and that eclipses the 14 that she had all of last year. Average has jumped from around 9 points to game to over 13 here in her senior season. Second free throw rattles off. They were the first miss of the ball game for Franklin-Simpson. And it's 47-29 FS. Right side Merriweather, guarded by Taylor. 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Merriweather pulls up from the right corner, missed it short. Rebound goes over the head of Rigsby. Taylor fighting for it on the ground and pitches it over to Mila. 13 seconds to work with. Here comes Harrigan into the front court. Tiff stops at the free throw line, leaves it for Phillips on the left block. First try no good. Second time fouled from behind by Wilson. Clock is still running. Now it's paused. On one scoreboard it's running. On the other one it stopped with 7.1. So 7.1 is what's on the clock, and it'll be 2 free throws for Carmen Phillips. Carmen with 2 points tonight, 5 for 13 at the line this season. Banks home the first of these 2. And Cosby now gets the check in. Chloe Smith checks out. (48-29) after the first free throw. And the second one in as well. 4 points for Carmen on her senior night. And the Lady Cats lead at 49-29. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Merriweather deep outside against Taylor. Just heaves one up with one hand, nowhere near in. The Lady Cats make a stand defensively to wrap up what was their best offensive quarter as well. They led it by 13. At the half, it's up to 20 now as we go into the final quarter. 49-29, FS leading.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Franklin Electric Plant Board, keeping Franklin connected, powered up.
Back with you here as we get the final quarter underway from Franklin-Simpson High School. 49-29, Lady Cats lead it. Russellville ball to start the quarter. Franklin-Simpson immediately picks up a foul to start the frame. Feels like the perfect extension of what the third quarter was a foul fest on both sides. The Lady Cats came out on the better end of it, took 9 free throws in that third quarter. Now 17 for 18 for the game. Leading it by 20, led by 14 from Tiff Harrigan, 10 from Allie Pennington, and 10 more from Chloe Smith. Russellville can't get the inbound in. 5 seconds called, and Franklin-Simpson, or immediately they actually get another jump ball. They initially signaled for 5. They got it in, and they just call another jump ball. Franklin-Simpson is forced, again, more than a handful of jump balls in this one, and almost all of them have been Kenzie Taylor. It's Allie Pennington with it up top now. She gets to Maya Allen, switched on her on the top of the key, gets around her with a crossover dribble, stops on the elbow, sends it out Harrigan. Driving right side, steps through the defense. They're going to get her for the extra step. Bouncing through from the free throw line to the lane. It was a bit of a pro hop she couldn't get away with. And it goes back to Russellville. 10 points from Demaya Allen leads the way for the Lady Panthers, but she's got 4 fouls. Wilson gets it on the right elbow, wraps to the right block, can't finish. Great defense from Asia Cosby to play it straight up. Now gets it off to Harrigan coming the other way. Fires it to Pennington, left wing, wide open 3. Missed it long. Harrigan deflects the rebound. It's still loose near the top of the key. Pennington on the floor fighting for 2 Lady Panthers for it. They quickly call a jump ball. That one a good quick whistle, so nobody got hurt diving on the floor. And it sends it back to Russellville. 4 points apiece for Carmen Phillips and Reese Myler for Franklin-Simpson. 3 for Kenzie Taylor, 2 for Harley Crafton and Myla Rigsby. Near side block, Allen gets it double teamed by Cosby, and Phillips goes up anyways and gets contact shooting between the 2 of them on the block. They're going to get it against Phillips, and it's 2 free throws on the way for Demaya Allen. A 50% shooter on the season. Russellville 5 for 8 at the line tonight. First one misses off the right side. Smith and Myler come back in. Phillips and Cosby out. .651 left in the ball game. Allen spins it on the left, fires up the free throw, and gets the second to go to make it 49-30. Harrigan will bring it into the front court. Flanked to the left by Pennington, right by Taylor. Smith stands on the left elbow waiting to set a screen. Harrigan drives left, denying the screen, cuts inside, flips it up wildly with a right hand, missed it short, and it's pulled down by Poindexter. Gives it off to Riley. She brings it front court, dribbles back to the left wing and holds it there. Pennington picks her up. Up top, Merriweather. Taylor has been following her around everywhere. What a job Kenzie's done defensively. Merriweather just 2 points so far, and they came from the free throw line. Poindexter loses it right side. Smith up with it, and here comes Harrigan the other way. Tiff to Allie Pennington, right wing, guarded by Riley. Flips up the runner from the free throw line off the left side and pulled down by Merriweather. Pennington cuts her off on the sideline. Now it goes to Riley at midcourt, and she breaks the press. Over to Allen. She tees off for a right wing 3 and hits it. Allen now with 14 points. That just her 3rd three-pointer of the season. She's only tried 9 of them. 49-33 FS. Harrigan from the left block feeds Smith wide open on the right block, and she drops it in for two as Coach Taylor quickly takes a timeout after the layup made. Great extra pass from Harrigan. Chloe Smith now has 12. Franklin-Simpson leads at 51-33. 5:40 to go from Franklin-Simpson High School here on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
.40 left to go at Franklin-Simpson High School. 51-33. The Lady Cats leading it over Russellville. It's Lady Panther basketball as we get back underway. Chloe Smith with the bucket before the timeout. She's now got 12 points for the game in double figures for the 15th time this season, coming off a season-high 20 on Tuesday in that loss to Barron County. Franklin-Simpson looking to bounce back and pick up win number 14 on the year, and more importantly, move to 4-0 in district play. Myler deflects the pass and steals it away for Franklin-Simpson. Here comes Harrigan the other way. Tiff steps through on the right side to the left block and scoops it in for two. Tiffany Harrigan has 16. She's hit her average through her first 4 games here at Franklin-Simpson in double figures for the 5th straight time. Allen gets it on the right elbow, coming off her third made 3 of the season. Her pass deflected by Smith, who dives on the floor to try and get it. She's tied up by Allen, and the arrow sends it to Franklin-Simpson. They have been trigger happy with those jump ball calls. Chloe holding the left elbow as she immediately jumped on the floor to try to get it. Now moves over to the wrist. Just hit the floor hard. Should be okay. And Taylor quickly gets it into Pennington. She hands it off to Harrigan, and Tiff will run the offense with under 5 minutes left to go. Tiff walks over to the right side. Screen set for Pennington to come get it on the left wing, guarded by Riley. Now Myler will come set a screen up top. Pennington pulls it back out to the corner and outside. Myler, she'll tee off for 3 off the left side. Rebound stolen away for a moment down low by Harrigan, but now here comes Abby Riley the other way. Riley, right side, spins back to her left, nearly falls down, and they're going to get her for a travel in the process. It was a nice move, but just lost her footing, spinning back right to left. Caitlin Allen, the sophomore, forward in for the first time for Russellville, making just her 4th appearance of the season. 2 points scored on a couple of field goal tries. As Franklin-Simpson brings it back down, leading at 53-33. Pennington left side triple, got it to go. 13 now for Pennington. Her second 3 of the night, 3rd for Franklin-Simpson. And the lead is out to 23, 56-33. Halfway through this 4th quarter as Riley had it knocked away by Harrigan near midcourt. Coach Taylor was saying it should be Franklin-Simpson basketball. It's going to stay with Russellville. And right off the inbound, Harrigan picks up a bump against Riley. That's her 3rd. She, Taylor, and Pennington with 3 fouls apiece. 3rd on Franklin-Simpson in the quarter, none on Russellville so far. As Riley gets the inbound again, the double team comes her way. Pass goes to Poindexter, who spins around Pennington, gets to the baseline, but cut off by Myler. Now Harrigan chases her out to the corner. Stuck there, nowhere to go. It's got to be close to a 5-second closely guarded. The hand goes up to call a 5, but then it also signals a travel. So it's 2 turnovers bunched together in 1. Either way, it goes back to Franklin-Simpson with 3:37 left to go. The defense has been excellent. Just 33 on the board for Russellville. Lady Cats 76-0 under Ashley Taylor when they hold teams under 40 points. Pennington brings it over to the left wing, beats Riley to the rim, flips it up with the left hand, was bumped from behind as Riley tried to recover, and Pennington will go to the line for 2 free throws. They called the foul on Demaya Allen with the help. She didn't really do much with the help. But Pennington will go to the line for 2 free throws, and Demaya Allen is fouled out with 14 of the 33 on the board for Russellville, and I don't even know if she played 14 minutes in this game. Sanaya McCoy back in with her 2 fouls, who played most of the first half for Allen, who was just sitting with Coach Savage, his arm wrapped around her, talking to his 8th grade star, who again is going to develop to be one of the best players in this region, already averaging 14 points, 8 rebounds per game as just an 8th grader. Pennington makes both free throws. She's got 15 points. And Franklin-Simpson leads 58-33 with 3:20 left and ticking in this one. Riley goes over and back. She had just brought it into the front court. Harrigan forces her to go right back across the line to try to avoid the pressure. Just lost track of where she was on the floor. And it goes back to Franklin-Simpson with 3:14 left to go. Taylor gets it into Pennington, who holds it and looks down to check where she is in comparison to the timeline. Gets a screen from Myler up top. Top of the key triple. Got it to go. Pennington with her second 3 of the quarter. 18 for the ball game. 61-33 Franklin-Simpson. Foul call on the far side. They're going to get that one against against Harrigan. That's her 4th. And Riley will go to the line as she had driven in against Tiff, was able to get the contact and will have a pair of free throws because of it. Also the 4th foul on Franklin-Simpson, so any foul will produce free throws the rest of the way. First one rattles off, no good. Riley now 1 for 3 at the line tonight. As it stands, a 12-0 run for Franklin-Simpson. As Pennington will check out, Rigsby back in. Harrigan checking to make sure that she's got those 4 fouls. As Riley breaks the run with the second free throw, she's now got 4 points. Aubrey Cross will come in. Riley out for Russellville. Joined by Sanaya McCoy, Caitlin Allen, and Lene Taylor, the 5'4 freshman, averaging a point per game. 2-3 zone defensively right now for Russellville. Harrigan looks into the teeth of it at the top of the key, now sends it over to Rigsby. Back to Harrigan. Back to Rigsby right side. Catch and shoot triple. It's good! 5 points now for Rigsby. Her 9th 3-pointer of the season. 64-34 FS leads, and a travel called up top against Cross. Sends it right back to Franklin-Simpson with 2:22 left to go. Carmen Phillips will check back in. Chloe Smith comes out and gets a big hug from Coach Taylor on her senior night. Of course, a few more of these games left to go on this floor, including a date coming up on Tuesday, the rescheduled district matchups against Todd County Central. Harrigan tees off top of the key, 3 feet off the line, missed it. Phillips with the rebound. Her putback no good, and she missed it because Reese Myler was busy trying to box her out to get the rebound. And here comes Russellville the other way, down by 30. Taylor drives right side against Harrigan. That Lene Taylor looks for options, then tries to go up and under. He gets a foul from behind against Harrigan, who fouls out. And it'll be 2 free throws on the way for Taylor, as Franklin-Simpson will empty the bench regardless with 1:55 left to go in this one. So Harrigan's senior night comes to an end with 16 points on the board. Every player coming off the floor, the 5 remaining seniors getting a big hug from Coach Taylor. A bit of a special one between her and Kinsey Taylor, the stepdaughter that's been on this journey the entire way through. As the first of the 2 free throws, a moonshot and down for Taylor. Harley Crafton, Kylie Scott, Madeline Dean, Zaya Bailey, and Asia Cosby in there for Franklin-Simpson. Second free throw misses, and Bailey rips it away from everybody for Franklin-Simpson. 1:48 left to go. They'll set up the offense. Crafton gives it over to Scott on the right side. Over the head of Dean on the entry pass, and it's stolen away. Here comes Lene Taylor the other way. Crafton contests at the rim. Taylor scoops under, misses it from the right block. Knocked around. Russellville back up with it. Crafton trying to tie it up. Pass deflected, and Dean tips it over to Crafton. 3-on-1 for Franklin-Simpson. Up ahead, Dean open on the left block and drops it in for 2. First bucket of the night for Madeline Dean. 66-35 FS, 1:15 left and ticking. Left corner 3 on the way from Denasia Kennedy for Russellville, no good. Hit her only 3 of the season against Franklin-Simpson back in January. And here comes Crafton the other way, 1:05 left to go. Crafton thought about a step-in 3 from the top of the key, didn't take it. Instead goes right corner. Now they go on the elbow to Dean. Down low, Cosby right-handed hook shot, good. Asia Cosby gets into the scorebook. Kaylee Garrett and Cadence Henson will come in for Franklin-Simpson as Crafton and Dean come out. 68-35. Franklin-Simpson leads it with 50 seconds left to go. Up top, Taylor wraps around, nearly has it knocked away, and it is knocked out of bounds by Cadence Henson, the 5'8 sophomore, making her 6th appearance of the season. She, Garrett, Bailey, and Scott all appearing for the 6th time this year. Russellville with a baseline inbound with 42 seconds left. It's over the head of McCoy, and it's picked up by Kaylee Garrett. Flips it up, and then it's stolen away momentarily by Cross, but her momentum took her into the backcourt. She stole the pass in the Russellville front court and then went across the timeline. So it goes back to Franklin-Simpson with 36.5 seconds left to go, leading it 68-35. Cosby will inbound to Zaya Bailey. The 5'8 sophomore with 4 points on the year. Sends it over on the left side. Now it goes into the corner to Scott. They try to go down low to Garrett, but it's knocked around. A jump ball will be called with 26 seconds left. And the arrow sends it back to Russellville. Aubrey Cross inbounds it to Lene Taylor for Russellville. She'll bring it up. 20 seconds left to go as Franklin-Simpson prepares to move to 14-6 on the season. Bailey swats a shot down low, but they get a foul. And Lene Taylor will go to the line for 2 more free throws. Split a pair earlier in the quarter. Just 1 field goal in this 4th quarter for Russellville. A 3-pointer from Demaya Allen. 68-35 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. First free throw rattles off for Taylor. Came in just 1 for 2 at the line on the season. She's taken 3 tonight, made 1. Second of these 2 up and through. So 2 points for Taylor. And it's 68-36 Franklin-Simpson. Bailey just walks into the front court. Coach Taylor is going to wave her off, and that will bring this game to a close. 19 points apiece in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter for Franklin-Simpson as they lock things down defensively in the final frame, giving up just 7 points. And the Lady Cats make it 77-0 under head coach Ashley Taylor, giving up under 40 points to their opponents. 68-36. The final score is the Lady Cats of Franklin-Simpson move to 14-6 overall in the year. Russellville falling to 6-8. The Lady Cats now 4-0 in district play. Russellville 1-4 with 4 straight losses since that opening win on the road at Logan County. Make it 30 consecutive 13th district regular season wins for Franklin-Simpson under head coach Ashley Taylor, who is now 16-1 overall and unbeaten in the regular season against the Lady Panthers of Russellville. Going to be a big time in between games with all the senior night festivities taking place, so we'll figure out when exactly we're able to chat with Coach Taylor, what that is going to look like in between these 2 games. Might be a little bit funky along the way, but we'll figure it out as we go, as the 6 Lady Cat seniors and the 4 total Wildcat seniors are honored here tonight. Just 2 Wildcat players, but a couple of key members of that Franklin-Simpson Wildcat team going to be honored alongside those two in between our two games. Again, your final score in the girls' game, 68-36. The Lady Cats take it over the Lady Panthers. Our first post-game show of the night comes your way after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do 3 minutes. And there might be a lot of feeling it out over the course of these.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in
Come stay with me.
Enter the Son of blessings, God's portion. Let us say this finger is a bit of Washington, concert band, and pet band. His varsity juniors. In the future, Andrew plans to sing Sky 63 and enter the workforce. Tonight, Andrew is escorted by Brother Leslie, Father Josh, and Sister Olivia. Andrew portion. Our next singer is Megan Gray. Megan is the daughter of Autumn Lee and Richard Gray Jr. Let us say this, Megan's been involved with the Evans Band program for a total of 6 years, playing tenor saxophone in the concert cadet and marching band. He's also served as the Evans Six's color guard captain for the past 6 seasons, with a total of 3 work guard seasons and 4 marching band seasons. In the future, she plans to teach Sky 63 and transfer to the University of Washington and career in design and become an artist. In the meantime, she plans to acquire an FAA certificate of field strength proficiency to become a flight attendant. Tonight, Megan is escorted by Mother Dawn, her brothers Liam and Logan, and her sister Destiny. Megan Gray. The next thing is Caitlin Hughes. Caitlin is the daughter of Terry Hughes. And let us say this, Caitlin is a member of the marching band, SCCLA, FPLA, Educational Counselor, Student Council, favorite pass in the history club. The community cadet is a member of Girl Scouts. In the future, she plans to continue marching and making criminal justice at the U of L. Tonight, she's escorted by her mom, Mary, Caitlin Hughes. The next singer is Landis Merritt. Landis is the son of Diane Merritt and Jameson Merritt. Let us say this, Landis is a member of all Memphis bands, the percussion ensemble, the expedition team, track and field, archery, history club, and SCA. The youth group, what she enjoyed, is a key holder maker in the market. In the future, he plans to take Eastern Coast University to major in engineering manufacturing with a minor in music. Tonight, Landis is escorted by his father Jameson and his mother Diane. Landis is married. Lily Nelson. Lily is the daughter of Melissa Gray. An FSHS Lily is involved in marketing, conference, orchestra, and Elizabeth Gray. In the future, Lily plans to become KU and major sociology. Tonight, she's escorted by her mother, Melissa, and brother Kyle. Lily Nelson. The next thing is Parker Cross. Parker is son of Jessica and Johnny Tennant. The FSHS Parker is a member of the high school band, and the community Parker is a member of 4-H. In the future, he plans to attend Murray State University and earn a bachelor's degree in music education. Tonight, Parker is escorted by mom Jessica and his sister Betty. Parker Phillips. The next senior is Seth Phillips. Seth is son of Audrey and Seth Phillips. The FSHS has been a band for 7 years and marching band for 4 years. In the future, he plans to take community college classes and go to university and major in psychology to become a therapist. Tonight, Seth is escorted by his parents Sam and Audrey and his siblings Will and Laura. Seth Phillips. Our next senior is Haley Roberts. Haley is the daughter of Lisa and Kevin Powell. An FSHS is a member of FSA for 7 years and serves as the newly appointed co-president. In the future, Haley plans to pursue a degree in music therapy at the USL. Tonight, she's escorted by her parents Lisa and Kevin. Haley Roberts. Our next senior is Allie Seaver. Allie's the daughter of Eric and Lee Seaver. The FSHS Allie's been here for the FSA program for 7 years and the FSA program for 2 years. In community, Allie's been with Calvary Baptist Church. In the future, Allie plans to attend the University of Alabama, a double major in criminal justice psychology, and later become a victim service coordinator at Heavy Route. Tonight, she's escorted by siblings Nathaniel, Christopher, and Allie Seaver. Our next senior is Kevin Wheeler. Kevin is the daughter of George Wayne. The FSHS senior is a member of the marching band, pep band, and concert band. In the community, Kevin is a member of 4-H and Health Rock. In the future, Kevin plans to attend Murray State University for training and major music education. Tonight, she's escorted by her parents, Brooke and Mr. Brown. Kevin Wheeler. Our next senior is Chris Wilbon. Chris is from Jessica Wilbon and his son Gordon. The FSHS Chris is in the marching band and is on the archery team. The community visits instructor for the requirements at the church works at Summit. In the future, he plans to attend Sky CTC on our Illinois Associate's degree and become a mechanic. Tonight, this is escorted by his parents and Andy Grant. Chris Wilbon. Our next speaker is Lydia Ann. Lydia is called Michelle Jason Ann. The FSHS is dispatched school council secretary, medical vice president, and is member of the National Lady, small club, NCAA, varsity, and FSHS dance team. The community of Lydia is a member of All-Star dance team, serves as All-Star State Tournament, volunteers with youth funding and possibilities of excellence. In the future, she plans to attend Hamilton University in fall to pursue a degree in elementary education and plans to further her dance career in senior dance team. Tonight, she's escorted by her parents Michelle and Jason and her brother Houston. Lydia Ann. Our next speaker is Valerie Cruz. Valerie is the daughter of James Evans and Ashley Lynn. FSHS, she's a member of the dance team, band club, youth council, education council, and pep club. In the community, Valerie dances at the Southern Kentucky Dance Center, works as private summer and volunteers for GM Funding and the Rosie Foundation. In the future, she plans to attend Western Kentucky University and major in family life sciences and modern dance. After graduation, she plans to become a child life specialist. Tonight, she's escorted by her mom Jamie, stepdad Ashley, and her grandmother Nancy Cuddy. Valerie Cruz. Our next senior is Katie Thomas. Katie is the daughter of Benjamin Bishop and Katie Thomas. And FSHS ladies and gentlemen, FSHS Nancy, Student Council, Faith Club, SCCLA, and Pep Club. In community faith dances and all-star dance academy and serves as a teaching assistant. In the future, Katie plans to attend Murray State University in the fall to major in elementary education and special education. After that, she hopes to get a job teaching second grade. Tonight, Katie is escorted by Father Jamie, and Mother Bethany, and Dustin Hayes, and Peter Hayes. Katie Thomas. Our next speaker is Addison Vice. Addison is the daughter of Brian and Melinda Vice. In FSHS, Addison is a member of the dance team, faith club, and student council. In the community, Addison attends Woodward Baptist Church, rides and show courses, and dances at Sky and Sea, where she also helps as a teaching assistant. Addison also works at 436 and the Queen's Law. In the future, Addison plans to attend Cosmetology School and a license while also attending college and getting an associate's degree in business. Tonight, she's escorted by parents Brian and Melinda and his brother Gavin. Addison Vice. Our next speaker is Hallie Callis. Hallie is the daughter of Michael and David Callis. An FSHS Hallie is a member of the FSHS Security, Faith Club, Student Council, is a senior class supporter in the process of theater and doing for this meeting class. In the community, Hallie is a state line General Baptist Church, is a dance teacher and also a dance academy, is a volunteer and chicken drummer. In the future, Hallie plans to get her pharmacy tech certification in high school and will take WKU for her associate's degree in marketing and go on to the marketing and sales prep. Tonight, she's escorted by parents Michael and Andrew and her siblings Max, Amy, Ellie, Mark, and the grandmother of Kim Bag. Hallie Callis. Our next speaker is Ella Evans. Ella is the daughter of David and Deanna Kelly. An FSHS, Ella is a member of the FSHS cheerleading team. In the community, she volunteers for Gian Fund and is a member of the First United Methodist Church. In the future, she plans to practice medicine at the University of Kentucky and become a PA. Tonight, she's escorted by Dad David, Mom Penelope, and Brother Jackson. Ella Evans. Our next speaker is Chloe Curry. Chloe is the daughter of Stephen and Hannah Curry. In FSHS, she's a member of FSHS Security and Student Council. In the community, she works with Franklin-Simpson and helps with all the events of the community. In the future, she plans to attend a Beal Institute to study and try estheticians. Tonight, Chloe is escorted by Aunt Stephen, Mom Hannah, and sister Alexandra. Chloe Curry. Our next speaker is Ashley Phillips. Ashley is the daughter of Shane and Janet Phillips. An FSHS, she's a member of the FS cheer team, serves as dental president, postal reporter, and as a student council member. In the community, she dances at Scotty City, teaches church at Generation Church in Portland, and volunteers for Greater National Fund in Nashville, Tennessee. In the future, she plans to attend WKU University and eventually become a nurse practitioner. Tonight, she's escorted by Dad Shane and her mom, Gabby. Ashley Phillips. Our next speaker is Tiffany Harrington. Tiffany is the daughter of Sam and Noelle Harrington. An FSHS, Tiffany is a member of the Olympic basketball team and is a distinguished honor student. In the community, Tiffany is involved in the HSP organization. In the future, she plans to attend Pierce Coach at college to play basketball and major in health science. Tonight, she's escorted by David and Earl Hogan, Ken Coach, and Ted Campbell, and Matt Pillows, and Sean Rose. Tiffany Harrington. Our next speaker is Reese Mullins. Reese is the daughter of Terry and Craig Mullins. An FSHS, Reese is a member of the Lady basketball team. In the community, she's a member of Hillview Heights Church. In the future, Reese plans to attend Western Kentucky University to study criminal psychology. Tonight, Reese is escorted by Barry, Frank, Sam, and Chloe Mullins. Reese Mullins. Carmen is the daughter of Bennett and Sherry Christian. Olympus HSS Carmen is here with the Lake basketball team and tomorrow Women's Club. In the future, she plans to attend University of Louisville and Lakeland South College. Tonight, Carmen is escorted by her parents Devin and Shay and her brother John Harvey. Carmen Phillips. Our next senior is Molly Ridgely. Molly is the daughter of Madison Ridgely. FSHS Molly is the Lakeland basketball team tomorrow week. In the community, Molly attends Light Point Church. In the future, she plans to attend the University of Louisville and Lakeland Sports College. Tonight, she's escorted by her brother Allison and her brother Max Ridgely. Molly Ridgely. Our next senior is Chloe Smith. Chloe is the daughter of Franklin-Simpson and Ben Smith. The FSHS Chloe is here in the Lakeland basketball and softball team. In the future, she plans to attend the University of North Alabama for softball and major elementary education. Tonight, she's escorted by Shannon King, Derek Smith, Brandon Knott, Lewis Ferguson, Cameron King, and Kelly King, Sheree Smith, and Stella Smith. Chloe Smith. Our next senior is Mackenzie Taylor. Mackenzie is daughter of Henry Casada and Will Taylor. The FSHS Mackenzie's here with the Lakeland basketball team, student council, SSLA, and tomorrow's meeting. In community, she attends Franklin Church. In the future, she plans to attend the University of Kentucky and make it an elementary education. Tonight, she's escorted by Ashley Will Taylor, Emily and Justin Casada, and siblings Andy Casada, Matt Taylor, and Dawson Goodrich. Mackenzie Taylor. Our next senior is Kyle Parker. Kyle is Kyle Parker. FSHS Kyle is with the basketball team and the varsity club. In the community, Kyle is with the Franklin Community Church. In the future, he plans to attend college to play basketball and make it in sports management. Tonight, Kyle is escorted by Ron Carr and brother Fairmont and Gonzalez. The Kyle Parker Group. Our next senior is Denai Logan. Denai Logan, Andy Bryant, and Denai Logan. The FSHS Denai Logan is boys basketball team and the University Club. In the community, Denai is active in youth ministry and works in series and Alpha District Baptist Church. In the future, she plans to attend the University of Kentucky and become an RN. Tonight, she's escorted by Andy Bryant, Jermaine Rogan, J.C. Payton, and Cass Rogan. Denai Rogan. And our final senior is Cole Sherry. Cole is from Martin National Sheriff. FSHS is doing the varsity basketball team. In the community, Cole is doing the Zion Lutheran Church, helps coach Lakeland basketball, and works with two parents and golf teams. In the future, he plans to attend the University of Kentucky to study architecture. Tonight, he is escorted by Mark, Ashley, and Cole Sherry. Cole Sherry. FSHS would like to thank all the families that supported our seniors and helped them grow into the outstanding young men and women they are today. Let's give a big round of applause for the class of 2026. Congratulations to the all.
And would feel a lot better if they were coming off a win in that game against Barron County on Tuesday that dropped them to 3-4 at home on the season. The Cats jumped out to a 10-3 lead in that game, then gave up a 14-0 run to bring the first quarter to a close. 17-10, they trailed it after one, but then bounced back and led it at halftime, just like they did against Logan County 11 days prior. It was 28-26 in the half. Franklin-Simpson leading it over Barron County. Barron County took the lead into the third quarter. Like we said, had a 6-point lead late, but the Trojans got that free throw to take the lead, and Franklin-Simpson did have a chance after that. They actually had a baseline inbound with 2 seconds left after, with about 10 on the clock. The Wildcats got it initially, and Barron County, who had only been called for 1 foul in the fourth quarter before that point, and that didn't happen until about the minute-and-a-half mark of that fourth frame, just kept fouling as the Wildcats tried to bring it up the floor because it wouldn't result in any free throws, and they had all those fouls to give, so just didn't give Franklin-Simpson a chance to set up anything. Eventually, though, got set up with a baseline inbound, tried a lob play from the baseline to Ja'Kai Partinger, couldn't convert, and Barron County came away with a 1-point win. 4 Wildcats scored in double figures in that game, led by the 13 from Kai. Cole Scherer had his 4th straight double-digit scoring game. He and Brody McAllister both had 11 points. The biggest story was the career-high 10 from 6'3" sophomore Donovan Dudley, who has been inserted into the starting lineup in the second half of this season and has really started to blossom in terms of how much of his game that he's shown off. Obviously has all the physical tools listed at around 6'3", 280, but it's getting that basketball touch. He flashed the jumper a couple of times in that one, made a couple of free throws as well over the course of the game, and held his own against a Barron County team that has really, really good size across the board, but particularly down low in a 6'7" big man in the form of Gavin Nunn. Jameer Brooks rounded out the starting 5 with 3 points, but the entire Wildcat bench combined for just 2 points, those coming from J.C. Roby. Xavier Hampton was technically the only other player to take a shot in the game for Franklin-Simpson. Barron County had 1 bench point, so you can say that the Wildcats won the bench battle in that one, but we've been talking all season long about how Wildcats need more contributions outside of that core 4 that we talked about, of Brooks, Partinger, McAllister, and Scherer, but now it's really turned into a core 3. Brooks has really struggled as of late. He missed a game with the flu against Todd County Central. The Wildcats still able to get the win in that one without him, albeit by just a point. But just 6 for 24 from the field in his last 4 games. It only took 2 shots in that game against Barron County. 3 points, made a 3-pointer in that one. Was talking to Coach Spencer before the game about Jameer in particular. He said he's not too worried about it, but it's something they've been focusing on as well, just trying to find ways to get him comfortable, to get him back into rhythm, because he knows, just as we all do, that the Wildcats need Jameer to be near what they would call their best form. FS did match a season-high 7 3-pointers for a 3rd game in that loss against Barron County, the first of which was this first matchup against the Panthers. It took them 25 threes to make the 7 against Russellville, only attempted 18 as they made 7 against Barron County on Tuesday. The biggest issue for the Wildcats, their inability to get to the line. Only got to the free throw line 8 times, making 5 of them, and fell to 0-9 on the season when they make less than 10 free throws. They have made at least 10 in all 6 of their wins. They're 6-2 when they hit that 10 free throw mark, and that includes going 15 for 28 in that double overtime loss against Logan County. If they go 16 for 28 and that extra one comes at the right time, they win that game despite the 5-point margin that shows, because it took a 4-point play with 10 seconds left in the first overtime from Logan County to even get it to a second one. Senior festivities are over. Both teams now on the floor warming up, so we'll step away. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at this Russellville team as the Wildcats and the Panthers get set to meet for the 2nd time this season. Franklin-Simpson looking to get the Panthers back and move to 22-15 under head coach Dee Spencer against the Panthers of Russellville. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Clock continues to wind down as we get set for the second game of the night here at Franklin-Simpson High School. The Wildcats taking on the Panthers of Russellville. The Lady Cats getting the job done in the opening game, 68-36. All of our seniors honored at halftime, and now the Wildcats and Panthers out on the floor warming up as we get set to go in this one. The Panthers led by first-year head coach Trey Tinsley. He was the heir apparent under longtime head coach Phil Todd. The court at Russellville High School named after Coach Todd, and has taken over this job after a year at Edmonson County. But before we get there, hustling over, I mean, that looked like a former point guard to me with that hustle to get back over here. Ashley Taylor is going to join us as the Lady Cats again winners, 68-36. I know there's a lot of emotions that always go into senior night, albeit it's a weird one when there's still like so much meat on the bone when it comes to what's left with the home slate, especially with the Todd County games being pushed back. But just talk to me a bit about how special this night is for you, especially with a group like this where there are so many different stories woven together. Out of these 6 seniors, there's not a single one that you would look at and say that their path has been the same to get to this point.
No, man, and that's what's so amazing about this job is you get to be such a small part of their journey into womanhood, and I don't take that lightly. You know, being a woman myself, I don't take that lightly, the impact that high school basketball makes on our kids. And so each of those girls, all 6 of them, man, they know I love them to death. Their journeys look different. They're all very, very different kids, and their path has been different. But man, when it comes to our culture, they are totally Lady Cats culture.
Not to brag on a Taylor for a moment, but coming into this game, Mariah Merriweather had been on fire. I mean, she had been averaging about 20 points over the last 3 games for Russellville. Kinsey Taylor was the one with that assignment for most of the night. She finishes with 2 and never had a clean look from 3. I know we've talked a lot about finding the right ways for these guards to play defense. I mean, it's a much different group back there at guard than what we've seen the past few years. But to me, this was the best defensive performance that I've seen from Kins this year.
Definitely. You know, they are, I think threes is kind of what gets them going. I think that they kind of let her get them going, and it opens up things for Allen on the inside. And so making sure we can stay attached but still on our Allen assignment, it was a big task for us, coming into this. So we were excited. I'm really happy to see that she only had 2. You know, that was a good, because I thought the first time we played, we lost her a few times. Yeah. Out of bounds or transition and things like that. So you love to see an execution of the game plan.
it certainly felt like, too, especially after the, let me make sure you can hear okay through your headset, not too loud, too quiet with the band blaring at us, which is a good thing here at home. We'll let the band player hear. It's anywhere else they're not allowed to. But it's good to have them in the house. But that coming off that Barron County game where they hit 13 threes, it certainly felt like, not just because of this Russellville team, but just in general, there was a pretty big emphasis on hugging them out against the three-point line. And it felt like Tiff in particular, we've seen her play some tight defense. That was the most aggressive she's been defensively since she's been here.
Definitely. You know, I'll be honest with you, since the Barron game, we haven't done much offense. It's been about the defensive end. We weren't happy with the performance we had against Barron on the defensive end. And so in the locker room, that's all we talked about. You know, I think between our big three, we can find different ways to score the ball. But we got to be able to hold teams under a certain number. And so I thought that we guarded better. Still some things I want us to work on. But I definitely like the defensive effort for tonight.
Another thing that came away from that Barron game was Chloe, Tiff, Allie, the pieces around them contributing. We sat here after the Logan County game and we were raving about how that supporting cast played so well. 10 different players score in this game tonight so many different ways.
All of the seniors scored. That was my favorite thing they told me in the back hallway.
5 of the 6 were done by halftime. Kinsey got the 3 to wrap it up in the third quarter. There were a few pieces of this. I look at Reese in particular stood out to me. Mila hit a 3. She played extremely well. It was a different level of confidence, and I don't know if it was intentional, but almost a different level of urgency, I think, after everybody saw that Barron County game of what needs to happen from that point forward.
Definitely. You know, losses like that aren't fun, but you learn a lot. And at this age, you know, when you're teaching them to flip the page, it's not about dwelling in that loss, it's about the response.
Yeah.
And so I really like the response that we had from that night.
I mentioned Reese, and I wish I had 6 medals to give every single senior a medal, but tonight it feels right. Reese is one, when she's out there, she plays hard. She might do the wrong thing sometimes because she's a senior, but she's still learning this game as she goes. But I thought tonight she played some of the best basketball, even going back to the very beginning of the season, that we've seen her play on both ends.
Definitely, man. I think she's starting to really get it. You know, people don't realize that Reese didn't play the last couple of years in high school. And so coming back even though she is a senior, that's that journey we talked about. Hers looks different. And she's really, really hard on herself, man. She wants to do everything exactly right. And so she's giving herself some grace to let her body catch up. You know, she's no longer that little kid playing junior pro. This is high-level basketball, and I think that it's starting to click.
Yeah.
And you want that. As a coach, you want your team still going upwards as you are heading into late February, March.
Well, her last name's Myler, so you're going to get a competitor, if nothing else. Coach, appreciate you joining us. This is kind of just tradition. Are you going to be my photo taker?
I got you.
All right, I'll hand this off to you. I mean, at some point, you're just going to send me back a selfie of you with the medal yourself, and you're just going to name yourself the player of the game. Coach?
All of them are taking pictures, so you got it by yourself the rest of the time.
All right, that sounds good to me. Have fun.
Thank you.
That's Coach Taylor joining us in our post-game extended from the girls' game. We mentioned that might happen as we go. If you've been around for these broadcasts enough, you know that Coach Taylor is going to show up when Coach Taylor is going to show up. When you've got the track record that Coach Taylor does, now 127-33 at Franklin-Simpson High School, Coach Taylor can, in fact, show up whenever Coach Taylor would like to show up. So with that said, we'll take a break. We had started to dive in to Russellville and what they've been able to do under first-year head coach Trey Tinsley, who will be facing off against Franklin-Simpson for just the 3rd time. He was the Edmonson County head coach in the 23-24 season, lost 54-50 to the Wildcats, but he's 1-0 here at Russellville, 61-51. The Panthers won the first matchup back in January. We'll dive back in to this Russellville team that's having a historic season so far after this break as we continue to get you set for the boys matchup between Franklin-Simpson and Russellville here on 92.3 WFKN.
Hi, my name is Ellison Wilhite, and we would like to invite you to the Princess Pancake Party on February 14th. The event includes a breakfast for both adults and children, arts and crafts, and the chance to meet your favorite Disney princesses and be able to hear them perform. Get your tickets today, and we hope to see you there.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten. We'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
I think you heard it on our radio side before the break. Pelican Snowballs of Franklin, the sponsor of our Player of the Game award tonight for the Lady Cats, going to Reese Myler, 4 points, and played a great game on both ends of the floor for Franklin-Simpson as the Lady Cats cruise to a 68-36 win in district play. We'll find in about an hour and a half from now who our boys Player of the Game will be in the second matchup of the night after the extended break between games for the senior night festivities here at Franklin-Simpson High School. The Russellville Panthers coming in at 14-8 on the season. Just now joining us, it feels like we've been about 15-20 minutes since we mentioned this stat. They've already got their most wins since winning 22 games back in the 16-17 season. As we've seen in their 4 district games so far, the Panthers go as their offense goes. They're scoring 48 points per game in their 3 district losses, and they scored 61 in their win against Franklin-Simpson. There are some teams that are so elite defensively that it really, no matter what their offense does, they're going to be able to hang around and compete. That's not the case for Russellville. They have to score to win. They give up 56 points per game on the season, scoring 60, and they're 11-1 on the year when they score at least 60 points. They've only won one time scoring under 50 on the year, so 13 of the 14 in total. They've got to at least get to the 50-point mark, and 11 of the 14 have come when they get to 60. Just like the Lady Panthers, they thrive on getting to the free throw line. They take 16 per game and are 8-2 this year when making at least 10. Went 12 for 24, so at least hit that made 10 mark in the win over Franklin-Simpson. In their most recent district loss to Logan County, went just 2 for 7 last Friday night, and in their loss before in district play went 7 for 13 at Todd County Central. They did have, against Franklin-Simpson, one of their best three-point shooting games of the season. Again, 61-51, the Panthers won the first game at their place back in January. But when I say that it was, as a team, their best or near their best shooting effort of the season, they were one off their season high of 8. They've made that number twice. They hit 7 against Franklin-Simpson. But it's not fully true to say that they as a team did it, because Jarius Coleman as an individual matched his season high with 6 makes from outside on just 12 tries, had 19 points to tie for the game high for the Panthers, who also dominated that game on the boards and got 11 rebounds from LeBrian Nurse, who added on 19 points for a double-double. It only took him 10 shots, went 9 for 10 from the floor, most of them open layups on putback opportunities. The majority of those 11 rebounds were offensive rebounds to create second chance points, and he was not the only one. Between what they did from 3 and the offensive rebounds they were able to generate, almost every basket was a three-pointer or a layup around the rim. You add it up, they shot 47% from the field as a team. Franklin-Simpson shot just 33% from the floor in that loss at Russellville. Let's meet the starting 5 for the Panthers. Under first-year head coach Trey Tinsley, his dad John Tinsley on staff with him, longtime coach at Logan County High School. They really will list it at 4 guards and a forward. Size-wise, it's practically 5 guards out there for the Panthers, who still average nearly 31 rebounds per game. Franklin-Simpson just at 27 for comparison of that number. In the backcourt, their leading scorer on the season, coming off a 23-point performance in their latest win over Hancock County, Jamarian Gardner, a 5'5 junior averaging 15 per game, leads them with 5.6 free throw attempts attempts per game on the season, has scored at least 20 points 7 times, and they're 5-2 in those games. Only had 9 points against Franklin-Simpson. Went 1 for 9 from the floor, but 6 for 8 at that free throw line where he's oh so comfortable. Joining him in the backcourt, Jarius Coleman, who we just mentioned, the 6'1 senior who hit 6 3-pointers against Franklin-Simpson. He's made 52 this year at a 33% clip. Scored a season-high 22 twice. Went just 1 for 7 from 3 in their district loss against Logan County. Again, that despite the bad numbers from Coleman, just a 3-point loss for the Panthers. Joining them in the backcourt is 5'8 junior Amaris Morrow, number 23, averaging 7 points and 4 rebounds per game. Had 6 points and 6 rebounds against Franklin-Simpson. 7 points to go along with 5 rebounds against Logan County. And rounding out the officially listed guards in this starting lineup for Russellville, number 4, Kavondre Vanterpool, a junior, averaging 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds per game on the season. Technically played, but didn't have any stats against Franklin-Simpson. Was not out there very much at all in that game in January. He's coming off a 11-point performance against Logan County and has been in double figures 6 times this season. So with him back out there in the starting lineup, assume he's going to play significant minutes in this one. And the lone forward in the starting 5, coming off that double-double back in January when these two teams last faced off, 5'11 senior LeBrian Nurse. And he's shot out of a cannon since then. He's got 7 double-doubles on the season, 3 in the last 6 games. Nearly had one in that loss against Logan County with 9 points and 9 rebounds. Leads the Panthers with 7.5 rebounds per game, and because of those offensive rebounds, also leads them in field goal percentage at 47%. The Panthers score 60 per game, giving up 56, shooting it at 40% from the field as a team. They make 5 threes, 8.6 free throws, 26% they shoot it from outside, 54% at the charity stripe. On the other side, your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats coming in at 6-11 on the season, 1-2 in 13th district play. The lone win on the road at Todd County Central under 14th year head coach Dee Spencer. That win was win number 199 in his career at Franklin-Simpson. Looking to get to 200 here tonight. He's 74-32 against 13th district opponents so far in his career. It's the same starting lineup that we've gotten used to for this Wildcat team. 6'4 junior, number 0, Jameer Brooks, averaging 9 points, 5.2 rebounds per game on the season. That number has come down a bit. He was averaging 10.5 points per game when I came back to do these broadcasts around the time of that Todd County Central game. Just 6 for 24 from the field in his last 4 games. The Cats really looking to get him going here tonight. Ja'Kai Partinger, the 6'2 senior, number 12, averaging a team-high 15 points per game. Joined in the backcourt by 6' junior, number 23, Brody McAllister. In the front court, 6'2 senior, number 24, Cole Scherer. And before we see Donovan Dudley come in for Franklin-Simpson, what a moment as Demetrius Lofton, who if you've been in here, you've seen in the banners, you may have seen him on the roster listed for Franklin-Simpson. Wearing number 4 for the Wildcats, the senior that has been with this team all season long, is going to step out on the floor and make his debut for Franklin-Simpson. Out here with the Wildcats, getting the start on what is his senior night, alongside Scherer, Partinger, and manager Janiyah Roby. Those the 5 on the floor. We'll see how soon we see Donovan Dudley out there, coming off his career-high 10 points on Tuesday against Barron County. Partinger will go for the tip for Franklin-Simpson, wins it, goes to Lofton, and immediately he gives it back to McAllister, and we'll get this thing underway. Partinger brings it across. Now at the top of the key, it goes to Scherer. Scherer, guarded by Coleman, hands it off to McAllister. Brody gives it off to Lofton on the left wing, now outside to Brooks. Lofton set him a screen. Jameer's got an open 3, missed it long, but Lofton gets the offensive rebound. Throws up the putback, missed it, but McAllister gets another shot at it. 2 offensive rebounds on the first possession, and they reset with Partinger up top. Ja'Kai drives, tries to pull from the right elbow, had it knocked away, gets it back, now spins and fires, missed it short. Another offensive rebound, now knocked away, and it'll go to Russellville with 7:25 left in this opening quarter. Gardner will bring it up, averaging 15 points, 4.4 rebounds per game. Not especially efficient at 38% from the floor, but great handles out of that point guard spot. Lofton is going to be the one guarding him for now. Out goes to Coleman. Now it's worked into the left corner to Morrow. Tries to send it out to Vanterpool. He couldn't control it, and a foul called on Brooks diving forward at midcourt. Jameer had 4 points but went just 1 for 10 from the floor when these two teams faced off the first time. Ball goes into the left corner. Wide open three for Morrow. It misses long, and it's rebounded by Nurse on the opposite block. Outside, three-pointer drained this time by Kevondre Vanterpool. Second chance created again by Nurse. A familiar sight if you tuned into that first game between these two teams. And Russellville, just as familiarly, knocks down a triple to make it 3-0. McAllister holds it deep on the left wing to Lofton on the right side. Now it goes into the corner to Partinger. Lofton sets him a screen. Jakai from the right elbow misses the jumper long. Lofton gets another offensive rebound, and his putback is good. Demetrius Lofton on the scorebook for the first time in his senior season here at Franklin-Simpson High School. And coming the other way, the Panthers get an immediate response down low, make it 5-2. Gardner attacking and scoring. Partinger to McAllister, now to Brooks in the corner. Out top to Partinger again. Lofton trying to spring McAllister free on the far side. Brooks is going to tee off for three all the way around and out. It hit every part of the rim and lipped out. Now it comes back to Russellville. 5:40 left in this opening quarter. Morrow nearly loses his footing. Now goes to Gardner in the corner. Gets around Lofton all the way to the rim. Misses the layup, and it's pulled down by Nurse, and he's fouled, fading away on his putback try. So 2 free throws on the way for LeBrian Nurse. 19 points, 11 rebounds in the first matchup between these two teams. They get the foul on Demetrius Lofton. And they're actually going to say that it's not in the act of shooting. Looked like it had to be, but they say it's not. So it'll be a baseline inbound, and they go outside on the left wing to Gardner. 5.5 minutes left. Quarter. They go on the block. Nurse turns, fades, and he hits a 7-foot fadeaway over Brooks. So Nurse gets his 2 points either way. And it's 7-2 Russellville. On the right corner, Brooks racks it over with the right hand to Kai. Now left side, Brody. Partinger top of the key. Fakes a three. Crosses over at the elbow. Stuck against Coleman. Now they go to Brooks on the right side. Guarded by Nurse. Gets a screen. Trying to spin around. Coleman can't and shovels. Seven to 4. Franklin-Simpson now trailing it by 3. 4:15 left in this opening quarter. Left side, Vanterpool drives, gets the free throw line, and buries a J. Hardly saw the floor when these two teams played the first time. Gets the start tonight, and he's got 5 points. 9-4, Logan County leads it. Brooks palms it in his left hand. He's got an isolation over there against Vanterpool, but won't take advantage. Instead, it goes to McAllister on the left wing, guarded by Gardner. To Share at the top. Back over to Partinger. Tees off for a right wing three. Got it! Triple good for Jakai, his 25th of the season. Cuts the lead to 2 for Russellville. 9-7, 3.5 minutes left in the first. Whistle's blowing. They're going to get Gardner for a double dribble. Lost control as he came into the front court. Was just trying to pass it over to Vanterpool, but couldn't hold on to the basketball. As now Lofton and Brooks come out. Hampton and Donovan Dudley into the game. Zay making his 3rd appearance of the season. Tied his career high in his first game with 8 against Logan County. Was scoreless against Barron County. Dudley with a find from the top of the key to a slashing McAllister. Free bucket for Brody. What an assist from Dudley. The offensive lineman looked like a quarterback at the top of the key that time, and we're tied up at 9. Gardner has it deep on the left wing. Cats now in their 1-3-1 defensively with Hampton up at the top of it. Ball goes on the right side in the hands of Vanderpool into the corner. Jarius Coleman for three. That one misses to the opposite side. Partinger deflects the rebound, and he's up with it. Jakai puts it on the floor, sprinting down the middle of the lane, ends up on the left block, slashes through. Coleman blocks the layup try from behind. Cats will keep it underneath for a baseline inbound with 2:45 left in the first quarter. Junior Jacobian Temple Dickerson will check in for the first time. Amaris Morrow comes out for the Panthers. Temple Dickerson averaging 7 points, 3.5 rebounds per game on the year. Scherer open for a left wing three off the inbound. Missed it long. Dudley gets the rebound uncontested and banks it up and in. Now 11-9 now, Franklin-Simpson in the lead. Dudley had 5 points in the first matchup between these two teams and would have been much more, but he got into foul trouble. But Russellville has no answer for his size. He's the biggest player on the floor. Hampton comes up to knock it away from behind. Dudley up with it. Partinger darts it up to Hampton in the corner. Outside McAllister drives in from the top of the key. Runner banked in, and the Cats have a 4-point lead, and the Panthers have to take a 30-second timeout. 13-9, Franklin-Simpson. The storybook layup early from Demetrius Lofton to get the Cats on the board. Now 5 from Jakai Partinger, 4 from Brody McAllister. Dudley had the layup down low. If he can stay on the floor and avoid foul trouble, listed at 6'3", and he's the most true to his size that you're going to see on either roster, both in terms of height and that 280 frame. I don't know what Russellville is going to be able to do with him, but it all hinges on being able to stay out there and avoid the foul trouble. Assistant John Tinsley feels weird to say that with his son Trey Tinsley, the head coach, talking to Jarius Coleman in particular out of the timeout. He's going to be camped in those corners against this 1-3-1 Franklin-Simpson defense. That's where the looks are, and that's how he made 6 threes last time. We'll see if the Cats can keep him from getting any clean ones off as McAllister is shading over there in that right corner as we get back underway. Gardner brings it into the front court, beats the first man, shovels it out into the corner to Coleman for three, and he swishes it home. McAllister had to come help. That's exactly what the discussion was for this Russellville coaching staff. Coleman buries the three, and it's a 1-point game, 13-12 FS. It's a man-to-man defense for Russellville. Franklin trying to get it to Dudley. Coleman is the one down there guarding him. Dudley shovels it to McAllister. One more to Scherer in the corner. Drives, kicks, and they'll reset on the left wing with Brody. Floats it up top to Kai on the alley-oop, and he banks it in off the glass. Kai already with 7 in this one. Took a shot on the way up. He's holding the midsection. Right elbow jumper on the way. That one misses for Vanderpool, and here comes Franklin-Simpson the other way with McAllister. Over to Kai. Hampton in the corner for 3. Missed it long, and the rebound is pulled down opposite side by Gardner. He'll bring it quickly into the front court. Picked up by Hampton. Cuts him off on the baseline. Left underneath for Temple Dickerson. He tried to go to Nurse. He wasn't looking. It just went off his leg. And a kick ball is going to be called against Franklin-Simpson that keeps it on this end with Russellville with 1:09 left in this opening quarter. And now Jakai Partinger's going to come out of the game finally. He's been limping around trying to get a breather. With 1:09 left to go, Brooks comes in for him. Russellville with a baseline inbound. Off the inbound, Gardner gets the free throw line, misses off the left side, but it's tipped out and chased down by Morrow. Thought about an open three, didn't take it, instead to Coleman. Off the dribble, fires from the left wing, missed long, and Temple Dickerson takes it away from Hampton, but then it's deflected, and McAllister comes down with it. 50 seconds to work with. McAllister walks at front court, and they'll hold on to it for a moment as the Cats set up their play with 40 seconds left to go in this opening frame. Brooks guarded by Temple Dickerson, now gives it over to McAllister on the left wing, 30 seconds left to go. 15-12 FS, and reaching is going to be called up top against Morrow on McAllister. Jakai had gone back to get checked on for a moment, came back to the bench, and now he's headed back again to the locker room. The Cats operating without their leading scorer, who's already got 7 points in this one, but looking to add to a 15-12 lead. Dudley will set a screen for McAllister. 15 seconds on the game clock to Hampton. One more into the corner. Cole Scherer for three. Missed it long, and it's pulled down by Coleman. 10 seconds for Russellville to work with. Jarius Coleman into the front court. Slashes to the left side. Nearly threw it away. It's picked up by Gardner, who just lobs it to the rim, and Temple Dickerson is down there to get it collected and score. Just floated up a prayer knowing that Temple Dickerson was down there. He went up and grabbed it, collected it, and dropped it in for two. And after one, the Franklin-Simpson lead is down to one. 15-14, Cats up after this opening quarter here on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
First quarter in the books from Franklin-Simpson High School, presented by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, or call 270-586-9899. Find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. Russellville misses a right wing three as we get the second quarter underway. Franklin-Simpson leading it 15-14, 20 seconds in to this second frame. Portinger back in there for the Wildcats, alongside McAllister, Hampton, Brooks, and Donovan. Dudley down low. Jakai leading all scorers with 7 so far in this one. McAllister gives it to Kai on the right wing. Thought about a three, goes down low to Dudley. Turns, fires up a left-handed hook, and gets it to go over Nurse. Dudley now with 4, coming off the career-high 10 against Barron. Vanterpool leads Russellville with 5. He stands on the right wing as Gardner, the leading scorer on the season, brings it up the left side. He's only got 2. Vanterpool gets it left wing. Now they go to Gardner in the right corner, guarded by McAllister. Back up top of Morris Morrow. Morrow to Gardner, catch and shoot three from the right corner. Missed long, but Nurse navigates to get the rebound. His putback misses short. McAllister tips it straight to Hampton, and here come the Wildcats the other way. Brody will walk it into the front court. Vanterpool waiting for him 5 feet off the top of the key. McAllister gets a screen, kicks it out right side. One more, Brooks, corner three. Misses off the front side of the rim. Coleman bobbling the rebound. Dudley gets a hand on it, but it goes outside to Vanterpool for Russellville. Brooks just trying to find that shot to get him back into gear. Scoreless so far tonight has had a couple of clean looks from 3. 6 for 24 the last 4 games from the field as Jarius Coleman buries a left wing 3. Portinger was out there on him. Coleman didn't care. And we're tied up at 17 apiece with 6 minutes left before halftime. McAllister fires it over to Brooks on the right wing. Into the corner to Portinger, down low. Dudley, same move with a left-handed baby hook. Missed it long this time, and Jarius Coleman clears the rebound. Here comes Gardner the other way. Gets around Portinger, gets around Hampton, stops at the free throw line, kicks it out. Coleman catch and shoot 3. That one misses, and Brooks pulls it down for the Cats. Leading the Wildcats with 5.2 rebounds per game on the season. Brooks gets inside through 3 defenders, finishes with the left hand. That was a confident drive from Jameer Brooks to get on the board. 19-17 now, FS in the lead. 5.5 minutes left in the second. Gardner picks up his dribble deep on the wing and gives it off to Morrow. Now they go right side, Vanterpool. Back to Gardner. Ball stuck on the wings right now for Russellville. Gardner's going to step into a left wing 3. Nobody picks him up, and he missed it off the heel. Just a 22% three-point shooter on the season. Brooks brings it front court, gets a screen from Dudley. Drives, another left-handed shot, misses short. The rebound, though, tipped right back to Jameer, and he drops in the putback for 2. 4 straight for Jameer Brooks. And that's the lead for FS, 21-17. 5 minutes before halftime as Hampton picks up a reach on the far side against Gardner. who is so quick and so often gets ahead, and then you try to reach from behind to try to poke it. Dudley and Brooks will come out. Scherer and J.C. Roby into the game. Roby making his 15th appearance of the season, had the only 2 bench points for the Wildcats against Barron County in that 1-point loss on Tuesday. Scherer in double figures, 4 straight coming into tonight. Scoreless so far. Has missed a couple triples. He's out there on Jarius Coleman, who now gives it back to Temple Dickerson, who had the layup before the horn for Russellville to then cut it to a 1-point game. Right now it's a 4-point FS lead. Morris Morrow on the right wing, man-to-man defense right now for Franklin-Simpson. Left side it goes Gardner. Hampton is the one on him. Off a drive, wild right side runner, misses short, but the rebound is pulled down by Morrow, who shot it. Second floater misses short, goes right back to him again. Roby trying to tie it up, and the arrow will send it to Franklin-Simpson. Good job by Roby to force the tie-up. As Hampton will come out, Hooper Stout in for the Wildcats, making his 16th appearance of the year. Played but didn't score against both Barron County and Russellville, but played a lot of minutes, his most minutes of 2026 in that Barron County game. Gives it to McAllister at midcourt, then gets it right back. He's going to try a catch and shoot 3. Hooper Stout from the left wing for 3. Just the second 3 of the game for the Wildcats. We haven't seen a free throw on either side, but the Cats have extended this lead out to 7 with a quick 7-0 run, 24-17, and then Temple Dickerson throws it away going into the corner. Morrow just wasn't looking for it. And Kevondre Vanterpool is going to come in and take Temple Dickerson's spot. LeBrian Nurse back into the game as well. 3:46 left to go in the second quarter. 24-17, Wildcats lead it. First three-pointer of the season for the freshman Hooper Stout. Now 1 for 6 from outside, but was a confident shot. Might have had a look at another one here, but Scherer, as he was about to pass it to him, was bumped at the elbow. Foul will go against Nurse for Russellville with 3:36 left in this opening half. It'll be a baseline inbound, McAllister to take it. Brody checking his options. Scherer springs free on the left wing. Puts it on the floor. Drives. Wild shot. Gets contact from Coleman. And it's 2 free throws on the way for Cole Scherer. Coach Tinsley wanted a walk from the Russellville sideline, but Cole was definitely bumped. If anything, you could say it was a on the floor foul if you wanted the walk to force him to travel, but he was in the act of shooting when it happened. So Cole puts up the first and makes it. 74% free throw shooter to lead Franklin-Simpson on the season. Cats shooting 64% as a team, getting there just about 16 times per game. Second free throw falls through. Cole has his first 2 points and make it a 9-0 run for the Cats. They lead at 26-17. 3.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Vanterpool right side against the 1-3-1 defense. Stout at the bottom of it for the Wildcats. Vanterpool needs an option, finally gets rid of it, and Nurse is fouled up top by Roby. His first. Coleman will inbound from the near side and gets it right into Gardner. And a double dribble called against Gardner as he had got set to take off and use a screen from Nurse. Another turnover gives it back to Franklin-Simpson as they'll look to add to this run. Coach Spencer tells Brody to hold up at half court and calls his play. McAllister gives it to Stout. Now it goes to Scherer on the right elbow. Cole puts it on the floor, hands it off to Stout on the right wing. Left-handed dribble right to left, hand off to McAllister. Brody guarded by Vanterpool, pulls it back outside and they'll reset. Roby on the right wing, posts up against Nurse, gives it off to Partinger. Back outside, Scherer top of the key triple. Give it to him! Timeout Russellville, the Wildcats on a 12-0 run. 2.5 minutes left before halftime. 29-17, Franklin-Simpson leading it over Russellville. The Cats reining it in from deep in this second quarter here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a minute.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Ellison Wilhite, and we would like to invite you to the Princess Pancake Party on February 14th. The event includes a breakfast for both adults and children, arts and crafts, and the chance to meet your favorite Disney princesses and be able to hear them perform. Get your tickets today, and we hope to see you there.
Russellville with the ball out of a full timeout. The Panthers trailing Franklin-Simpson 29-17, 2:20 left to go in the second quarter. Wildcats on a 12-0 run as Kevondre Vanterpool misses a right corner three, rebounded by Brody McAllister, and the Cats have it right back out of the timeout. McAllister, Stout, Pardinger, Roby, Scher on the floor as Brody drives in, gets free on the left block, and banks it in off the back. And the Cats are leading at 31-17. 14-0 run now. 6 points from McAllister, 7 leads the way from Ja'Kai Pardinger, and he had all 7 in the first quarter. Coleman gets it up top, now sends it into the right corner. Man-to-man look. Cats switching up their defenses constantly so far in this one. McAllister swiping it. Morrow up top. Now it goes to Coleman on the left wing. Down low Nurse against Roby. Kicks it out to Gardner. Now back to Coleman. Minute and a half left to go in the quarter. Down low Nurse fades over Roby and hits. And the Wildcat run finally ends at 14 straight points with the second field goal of the game for Nurse to make it 31-19. 1:20 left to go in the second quarter. Pardinger deep left wing, gives it up to McAllister up top, and he'll just sit and stare at the clock as Coach Spencer's going to tell him to hold on. Now he springs him into action. Cole standing at the free throw line. Brody, though, tries to pass it to the opposite wing to Pardinger. It's stolen away, and Morrow swoops in and scores off the steal. So back-to-back buckets cut the Franklin-Simpson lead to 10, 31-21, 50 seconds left to go now. In the quarter, Scher called for a travel on the left elbow, trying to step through two defenders. And Russellville piecing together some momentum. Dudley, Brooks, and Hampton will all come in. Roby, McAllister, and Stout come out. Panthers had only scored 3 points in the quarter before those back-to-back buckets. Gardner brings it into the front court, splits through two defenders all the way to the rim, floats it in over Pardinger. 6 straight now for Russellville. 31-23, the Franklin-Simpson lead. Under 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Brooks walks it into the front court, now stands at the half-court line where Pardinger comes to get it from him. 20 seconds to go before halftime. Jacobian Temple Dickerson comes out to meet him, poking out the ball near that FS logo at midcourt. Dudley sets a screen. Now on the left wing, Nurse is switched on to Pardinger. Gives it to Scher, then gets it right back. 10 seconds to work with. Scher wants to set a screen at the top of the key. Can't get to him. Pardinger driving left. Cut off. 5 seconds. Scher sets a screen. 3 seconds. Floats it over Cole's head, and it's stolen away. And that will bring the quarter to a close. It was tied up at 17 before the Cats rattled off a 14-0 run, but Russellville gets 6 back before we head into the halftime break. 31-23 is the Franklin-Simpson lead at halftime. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll take a look at all the numbers from this opening half, compare it a bit to what we saw in the first game between these two teams back in January at Russellville High School, and get set for the second half of action with the Wildcats leading at 31-23 at the break on 92.3 WFKN.
They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
It's halftime on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Halftime is sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, We make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
17 Wildcats before the Panthers came out of a timeout, put up 6 on the board to make it a 31-23 game coming into this halftime break. Tyler Eaton with you, very happy to join you from Franklin-Simpson High School. Taking a look at the numbers from this opening half. First for Russellville, 6 points leads the way from Jarius Coleman, 2 3-pointers so far. He hit 6 and scored 19 points the first time these two teams faced off in January. At the half of that game, both teams had made 4 3-pointers, and this one both have 3 so far. The other one for Russellville coming from Kavondre Vanterpool. He led him with 5 points after the first quarter, goes scoreless in the second frame. 4 points apiece from LeBrian Nurse and Jamarian Gardner, both very welcome sights for Wildcats fans. Gardner averaging 15 points per game on the season. Nurse had the 19-point double-double against Franklin-Simpson in that first matchup. Just 4 points so far, though he's been very active on the offensive boards. Again, just far less efficient than that 9 for 10 performance that he had in putting up those 19 points the first time around. 2 points apiece for Jacoby and Temple Dickerson, and Amaris Morrow rounds out the scoring for Russellville. Biggest number in the opening half for the Panthers, 0 free throw attempts. They had taken 13 free throws at this point in the first matchup. Between these two teams, went 7 for 13 at the free throw line in that first game. Wildcats went 5 for 8 in that one. Granted, they haven't done too much better tonight, just 2 for 2 at the free throw line so far in this one. But taking a look at the numbers for the Cats, 7 players have scored. And this one, the very first 2 points coming from Demetris Lofton, the senior who's been with this team all season long. You may have seen his banner hanging up on the left side of the gym from where I'm sitting, up amongst the Wildcat seniors with Cole Scherer, Ja'Kai Partinger, and then manager Janiyah Roby. He comes in, gets the first bucket of the game for the Wildcats. Ja'Kai Partinger leads the way with 7 points, all in the opening quarter. 6 points for Brody McAllister, 5 for Cole Scherer, trying to make it 5 straight games that he's been in double figures. 4 points for Donovan Dudley, 4 for Jameer Brooks, and then a 3 for Hooper Stout for the Wildcats. His first triple of the season for the freshman Stout, now 1 for 6 from outside. He played, I mentioned it, maybe his most minutes of the season in that Barron County game. Didn't score, but man, had a good-looking shot on the triple that he knocked down. 1 of 3 in the opening half for the Wildcats. They get 1 from Partinger and 1 from Cole Scherer as well. So technically, in terms of bench points, Franklin-Simpson doing much better than they did in that Barron County game because Donovan Dudley did not start in this game. So you got the 4 and the 3 from Stout, so 7. You've more than tripled the 2 bench points that you had against Barron County. But Russellville has run into a similar problem. They are already not a very deep team. They've only got 2 bench points in this opening half, those coming from Jacoby and Temple Dickerson. And he started in the first matchup between these two teams at Russellville. Franklin-Simpson trailed that game at the half, 29-25. Had a great second quarter, particularly defensively. Great third quarter defensively. Gave up just 5 points and led 39-34 going into the final frame before Russellville outscored the Wildcats 27-12 in the fourth quarter of that one. Mentioned all the free throws that Russellville racked up in the first half of that game. Went 7 for 13. They ended up going just 12 for 24, but went 5 for 7 in that final quarter when it mattered, and 3 of those makes came from Jamarian Gardner, who went 3 for 4 from the line late, and of their total 27 points, 12 of them came from LeBrian Nurse, almost all of them wide open putbacks, and they got a couple of those 6 triples from Jarius Coleman in that final frame as well. But especially compared to that first matchup, the Wildcats have checked most of the boxes that they've needed to, and when you add it all up, it's a 31-23 lead at the break for the Wildcats, looking to make it a 2-for-2 night after the Lady Cats open things up with a 68-36 win over the Lady Panthers, moving to 14-6 overall on the season, 4-0 in district play, dropping Russellville to 6-8 overall and 1-4 within the district. Wildcats looking to get to 2-2, and as you look around this district, Logan County, the top team up to this point, unbeaten in district play. It feels beyond imperative to try to get into one of those 2 or 3 spots and not want to match up with that Logan County team in the opening round. If you're Franklin-Simpson, you get a win tonight. You can all but punch your ticket with that game against Todd County Central on Tuesday. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half comes your way. Wildcats leading it by 8 at the break here at Franklin-Simpson High School. Second half after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Final seconds ticking down before we get to the second half of play in the boys matchup between Franklin-Simpson and Russellville. Just got to chat with former Lady Cats Lanaya Brown and Vanessa Ray during the half. Vanessa off playing college basketball now. Lanaya doing Lanaya things, one of the brightest young ladies that I've met. And there are a couple in that Franklin-Simpson team from last year. Jasmine Savage on the honor roll up at Louisville so far. So good to catch up with the former Lady Cats and Wildcats as we get back underway here on senior night at Franklin-Simpson. Russellville with the first possession of the second half. A missed 3 from Amaris Morrow gets us started. And the Wildcats will bring it the other way with their normal starting 5 on the floor. Partinger, McAllister, Brooks, Dudley, and Scherer. Partinger stuck on the left corner. Gives it off to McAllister and then gets it right back for a wide open left corner 3. Missed it long. And Nurse skies up to get it for Russellville. And a whistle blows as Gardner is limping behind the play, and they're going to bring in a substitution for him with Temple Dickerson. And and check in and see what's going on with him. We saw Partinger leave for a bit earlier for Franklin-Simpson before returning. But we'll get back underway. Vanterpool will bring it across for the Panthers. Vanterpool, Nurse, Morrow, Temple Dickerson, and Coleman out there off the drive. We're going to get a foul on the floor. They call it against Brooks. There were 3 in the area. I thought if anybody, Brooks was the least likely to get a foul, but he picks up his second foul, and now he's got a free break off an errant inbound pass. Brooks drives, bump on the drive, and I think they're going to get him for an offensive foul, colliding with Vanterpool, and they do. Lowered the shoulder and just barreled through. I think that was frustration after the last foul call, and he'll come out as Zay Hampton comes back in. I think Coach Spencer's not telling him he's perfectly okay with that, but telling him if you're going to bump, just don't make it as obvious with lowering that shoulder. As Amaris Morrow is going to check out for Russellville. And for the first time tonight, we see Braxton Coleman, the younger of the two Colemans, the 5'9" sophomore, averaging 2 points per game on the season. Vanterpool brings it into the front court against Hampton. Drives to the right wing and gives it off to Jarius Coleman. To Braxton up top. Now on the elbow, Nurse gets around Dudley, but Donovan recovers and swats it from behind. But it's chased down by Temple Dickerson to the right wing. Jarius Coleman 3 misses long, and Dudley rips the rebound away from everyone. There's that offensive lineman frame coming into play. 31-23, Cats lead it. We're scoreless to the first minute and change in the third quarter. Dudley has a chance to change it and does. Wide open off the feed from Ja'Kai Partinger. Dudley now with 6. Left side, Vanterpool. Now they work it into the right corner. Braxton Coleman. Back to Vanterpool at the top, guarded by Xavier Hampton. On the elbow, Nurse fades away over Dudley. Extremely well contested, and he missed it long. He loves those elbow fadeaways, and Dudley was all over it. McAllister in the left corner. Scherer for 3 over Nurse. Missed it short, and it's rebounded on the baseline for Vanterpool. Scherer definitely affected by that huge vertical of Nurse. Only listed at 5'11", but boy, he's got hops. And made Cole shoot that one a little bit higher to try and dodge the block. Nurse drives, kicks it out on the baseline for a left corner 3. That one rattles off for Vanterpool. And Partinger can't control the rebound. It's out of bounds to stay with the Panthers. Gardner will check back in for Russellville. Dudley comes out. J.C. Roby back in. 5:54 left in the third. Cats lead it by 10. Vanterpool trying to get it in, does so to a cutting Gardner, and he scores underneath against Hampton. Gardner now with 6. Back to an 8-point game, 33-25 FS. McAllister deep right wing into the corner, Roby. Gives it back to McAllister on the wing. Being pressured up top by Temple Dickerson. Now goes to Cole Scherer at the top. Brody gets it on the right side. Thought about a 3. Instead goes right corner. Hampton for 3. Missed it long. Rebound called on the floor. Fighting for the board. They're going to get it against Roby. Trying to seal off down low against Gardner and Vanterpool. And with that foul, Coach Spencer is going to take a quick timeout. Second foul against Roby. 5:26 left to go in this third quarter. 33-25. Franklin-Simpson leading it over Russellville. Appreciate you joining us wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's 92.3 FM, if it's the WFKN app, if it's 92.3 WFKN.com, Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. You may be watching along. So many outlets to catch Wildcat basketball and so many awesome routes of coverage. It's the 40th season of basketball broadcast here on WFKN, 72nd season overall of WFKN broadcasting Franklin-Simpson sports, starting with football replays all the way back in 1954 with Stan Portman. Also our 33rd season of Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 filming our games, about the 10th year of live streams. Since 2016 we've had these underway. How blessed we are to have the coverage we do of high school sports here in Franklin. As we get back underway, Russellville has possession. Left side, Vanterpool hands it off to Gardner, guarded by Hampton. Screen comes from Nurse. Gardner pulls up from the free throw line, missed it long. Nurse comes through to get the rebound, leaping over the back of McAllister. Whistle blows. Are they going to get a foul? They do. It goes against Nurse. That's his second foul. 5:06 left now in the third quarter. Cats get it back up by 8. Partinger gives it over to McAllister, then gets it right back on the left wing. Nobody picks him up. Thought about a three, doesn't take it. Instead, it goes to Hampton in the right corner. Back out to McAllister. Hampton to Roby on the right wing on the block. Scherer started to move before he caught it and lost it off the fingertips. And it goes back to Russellville off the turnover. Vanterpool comes out. Amaris Morrow back in. Morrow just 2 points so far, averaging 7 per game. Been a slow third quarter, just 4 points scored total, 2 for each team. Temple Dickerson drives against Hampton, who switches on to Morrow off the pass at the top of the key. Now to Coleman. Into the corner, Temple Dickerson. A Nurse on the right elbow. Lost it off the dribble. Partinger tries to knock it away, but Gardner up with it. Drives baseline. Bumps into Roby. Pushes a baseline jumper long. And a late foul comes in against Roby. It's his third, and it's 2 free throws for Gardner, who took the bump initially from Roby. They didn't call it until that rebound had been collected off the miss. And it'll be 2 free throws for Gardner. The first 2 free throws of the game for a Russellville team taking 16 per game and took 24 against Franklin-Simpson the first go-around. And the first of these 2 is good. It is the 4th of the quarter against the Wildcats. Roby will come out with his 3. Donovan Dudley comes back in. He's done a great job of avoiding fouls. I mentioned it earlier. If he can just stay out of foul trouble, there is not much that Russellville can do with his 6'3", 280 frame. Second free throw misses long for Gardner. It's tipped by Temple Dickerson, but Hampton comes up with it for FS. 33-26, though, the lead down to 7. About halfway through this third quarter. Partinger whips it down low to Scherer on the right block. Goes over Coleman, scores, count the basket, and the foul against Coleman, trying to draw the charge. Cole muscles through and gets it to go. He looks at the official and motions that he went straight up, and Tony Franklin says that you slid in under him a bit too much, gave him no room. Because Cole really didn't go forward. He stayed vertical. Coleman came into him to force the contact. Scherer makes the free throw. He's made all 3 of Franklin's free throws in this game. He has 8 points. And the lead is up to 10 now. 36-26, under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Gardner, right side, drives, pulls up with an elbow jumper, and got it to go in the face of Dudley. Gardner with all 5 in the quarter now for the Panthers, and once again we're back at an 8-point game. Partinger drives left side, steps back, 2 defenders comes his way, gives it to Scherer on the left wing. He'll pull up with a mid-range jumper, missed it short, got his own rebound, putback misses, but he's fouled on the try. They call it on Nurse. You might have heard it on the pickup on the phone, said he caught Scherer on the elbow. We only had 2 free throws taken in the first half, both by Franklin-Simpson. Scherer fires this one up and gets it to go. We've now had 4 taken in this third quarter total with 3:34 left to go, and Russellville in the bonus. Cats another foul away from forcing that. Hooper Stout comes in. Hampton out for Franklin-Simpson. Nurse goes out with his 3 fouls for Russellville as they bring Vanterpool back in. Second free throw for Cole misses long, but Stout had a shot at the rebound on the opposite side and forced it to be knocked out of bounds by Morrow. It was a really long miss, and Morrow was a bit out of position because he was in good position if it stayed under the basket. But Hooper forces the issue, and the Cats keep it for a baseline inbound. Stout hit a 3-pointer in that first half, his first of the season. Inbound comes into Dudley up top, pitches it to Partinger, and it's knocked away. Temple Dickerson the other way, has a free layup in transition and drops it in. 37-30 now the score. Second bucket of the game for Temple Dickerson. Partinger left wing now up top to McAllister. Free throw line, Scherer darts it down low to Dudley, and he banks it in from the right block. He's just catching, facing, and firing, and they just can't contest his size. 39-30 FS. Dudley has 8. And an over and back called against Russellville as Vanterpool was trying to get it across. And the pressure came from the Cats in that 1-3-1 defense. Russellville trying to figure out who's coming out and who's coming in. Morrow does check out, and Nurse came right back in despite his 3 fouls. And now the officials discussing something. If Morrow was told to come out of the game or what the deal was, he doesn't want to come out, and they're going to get him for a technical foul. They call a technical foul on Amaris Morrow after the call. Scherer misses the first of the 2 technical free throws. It's the second foul on Morrow. It was a little unclear what was going on there. We had a much more unclear technical in the Logan County game. As Scherer makes the second free throw, he's 3 for 5 in the quarter, 5 for 7 for the game, and he's still taking all of Franklin-Simpson's free throws. Inbound comes into Partinger, but Temple Dickerson again swoops in and takes away the pass midair, and for a second straight time gets a free layup in transition. 40-32, still that 8-point margin. Stout throws it to Partinger, skies to get it with one hand on the left wing. Now jabs against Temple Dickerson. McAllister back to Kai. Left wing, runs into 2 defenders, takes a contested long 2, misses long. Stout tips the rebound to Kai, who tips it back to Stout, and he switches home a 10-foot jumper. 5 points for Hooper Stout. He came into this game with 6 points scored on the season. Gardner sends it into the corner, gets it right back for a right wing 3. There's the answer from Jamarian Gardner. 42-35 now the score. Gardner is heated up with 8 points in this second half. He's got 12 for the game. Stout right corner, thought about a 3, then had it knocked out. No, they say at last touch Stout. Coleman knocked it off his body. Say Hampton's going to come back in. Stout will check out for the Wildcats. And has a quick coaching moment with Coach Spencer, who immediately grabbed for him as he'll head to the bench with 1:50 left to go in this third quarter. Cats leading it by 7, 42-35. They led it by 8 at halftime. And we're going to get a foul on Franklin-Simpson, even though it is not in the act. It's going to be a bonus situation for the Panthers. It goes against Brody. And it will send Temple Dickerson to the line for 2. He and Gardner with all 12 points in the quarter for the Panthers as his first free throw, high arcing shot, gets the bounce and falls through. A 49% shooter on the season. Has matched his average with 7 points tonight. He's got 5 in the quarter. Gardner with 8. Second free throw misses long. Whistle blows. Did they get a lane violation against FS? I think they did. Or is it a foul? They got a separate foul on Hampton. So it'll be 2 free throws now for Amaris Morrow. Second foul on Hampton. Roby and Brooks each with 3 for Franklin-Simpson. Nurse has 3 for Russellville as Morrow gets the first one to go off the front iron. He's a 58% shooter on the season. Panthers now 3 for 5 at the line in the third quarter after not taking any in the first half. Second one good. So add all of that up and make it 42-38. Now just a 4-point lead for the Wildcats with 3 free throws there. Hampton gets it into the left corner. Scherer for 3. Off the front side of the rim. Coleman gets the rebound on the opposite block. 1:05 left to work with. Coleman brings it into the front court. Pulls up from the left wing and drains the 3. Was about to say that somebody's got to pick him up. Nobody did. And it's a 1-point game. 42-31. Left side, McAllister goes into the corner. Scherer collects it off a tip, tries to go to Dudley. It's deflected and stolen away. Up ahead, Temple Dickerson on the left block. McAllister comes in to pick his pocket. It's last touched by Brody, but a great job to prevent the basket with 39 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Jameer Brooks is going to come back in with 3 fouls. Partinger will get a breather. Jakai had 7 points in the first quarter. had a groin injury of some kind and has not scored since. Inbounds just lost down low. Dudley was down low contesting Nurse. McAllister up with it. Cats have 30 seconds to work with. Brooks on the left wing, shielding off Temple Dickerson. Any foul is free throws. Goes to McAllister. It goes between his legs and out of bounds. Back to Russellville with 26 seconds on the clock. Brody was not ready for the pass. Jameer just run into some trouble on the elbow. And now Russellville with a chance to take the lead to end this third quarter. Cats have led it by as much as 10 in the frame, as much as 14 in the game back in the second quarter. Gardner wraps around the right wing, pulls from 8 on the right side, missed it, and it's rebounded by McAllister. 2 seconds on the clock. One, Hampton with the heave just from beyond half court, and it's long, and that will bring the quarter to a close. It was Franklin-Simpson that swung this game in the third quarter at Russellville, outscoring the Panthers 14-5. It's Russellville with the upper hand tonight, 18-11. They gain 7 on an 8-point halftime deficit as we head into the final quarter, 42-41. Franklin-Simpson leads it. Can the Cats pull out the win to get their second district win? We find out together right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
An 8-point halftime deficit has been cut to 1. 42-41. Franklin-Simpson leads and has possession. As we get this final quarter underway, McAllister, Brooks, Hampton, Dudley, and Scherer on the floor for FS. Brooks has it deep on the left wing, had 4 straight points in that second quarter as part of that big 14-0 run for Franklin-Simpson. Gives it to McAllister, top of the key to Hampton, right corner for 3. Doesn't get the bounce, and here comes Coleman the other way for Russellville. It's a 4-on-1 for the Panthers. Hampton recovers defensively to slow them down. Nurse drives in, wild drive, kicks it out to Gardner for a top of the key 3. Doesn't get the bounce. Dudley with a rebound for Franklin-Simpson. Gardner leads the Panthers with 12. Cole Scherer leading Franklin-Simpson with 10 in double digits for the 5th straight game. This 1-3-1 defense from Russellville in the half court has caused issues for the Wildcats, giving them a taste of their own medicine defensively. And Coach Spencer doesn't like what he's seeing. Just 49 seconds into the second half, he'll take a full timeout. We'll stay here and use it as a chance to run through the numbers. Gardner leading Russellville with his 12. Coleman with 9 and 3 3-pointers, halfway to the 6 that he hit in the first matchup between these two teams. Just 4 points for LeBrian Nurse, but he's a lot closer to his 11 rebounds from that first game than he is his 19 points. 7 for Jacoby and Tipple Dickerson, 5 for Kevondre Vanterpool all in the first quarter, and 4 for Morris Morrow. The Panthers go 4 for 6 at the free throw line in that third quarter after not taking a free throw in the first half. They make a couple of threes. They're up to 5 for the game. Wildcats have hit 3. None so far in the second half. They're 5 for 7 at the free throw line, and all 7 have been taken by Cole Scherer, who, as we mentioned, leads with 10. Donovan Dudley knocking on the door of tying his career high of 10 that he had against Barron County on Tuesday. He's got 8 so far. 7 for Ja'Kai Partinger, all in the first quarter before he suffered a groin injury that took him out near the end of that quarter and hasn't been the same since. 6 points for Brody McAllister, 5 for Hooper Stout, who came into this game with 6 points scored all season for the 5'11 freshman, playing in his 16th game of the year. And 4 points for Jameer Brooks rounds out the scoring for the Wildcats. It's Franklin-Simpson ball out of the timeout. Hampton, McAllister, Partinger, Scherer, and Dudley, the 5 on the floor. Can they navigate this extended 1-3-1 pressure? McAllister, 2 defenders facing him at half court, sends it over to Partinger on the right wing. Ja'Kai back to Brody, back to Kai on the right wing, steps into a triple, down. There's the first bucket, sits the first quarter for Ja'Kai Pardinger. And it's 45-41 FS up by 4. Second three of the night for Kai. Baseline Nurse drives around Dudley, flips it up from 6 feet, fading to his left. One-handed with the right hand, and he banked it in. 6 points for Nurse. Lead back down to 2, 45-43 FS. Brody floats it to Kai on that right wing again. This time steps into an elbow jumper. That one way short. Just didn't get up high enough on the release. And it goes back to Russellville with 6:24 left in the ball game. Jameer comes in. Donovan Dudley comes out. So a smaller lineup right now for the Cats with Zay Hampton at the top of that 1-3-1 defense extended out the full court. Gardner gets around Hampton, wraps around McAllister as well. Lost control as he went to the rim, and it just loses his footing, and it goes out of bounds back to the Cats. Good job by Brody to sit back and not to reach and force that issue further. And he'll walk into the front court with 6:10 left to go. 45-43 FS leads. McAllister at the elbow. Hampton to Pardinger in the right corner. Steps back to a right wing three. Give him another! 2 threes in the quarter for Pardinger. He's got 13 points for the game. And just like that, 48-43, FS leads by 5. Down low, the answer comes, of course, from LeBrian Nurse. Slashing through, he collects it and scores on the right block. He had 12 points in the fourth quarter in the first matchup between these two teams. He's got all 4 in the frame so far. McAllister hesitates at the top of the key, stuck on the elbow, and throws it to no one through a pass between Scherer and Pardinger, straight to Amaris Morrow. We're just stuck in traffic on the drive. Brooks tips the pass into the air. It goes back to Gardner, and then he throws it to Coleman in the corner, and Brooks picks it off with one hand. What a sequence from Jameer. Brings it into the front court himself, all the way to the rack. Left-handed scoop shot, no, and a charge called. Coleman is the one to draw it, and that's the 4th foul against Jameer Brooks. Coach Spencer doesn't agree. I don't know that I agree. And he's going to take a timeout just to go talk to the official. 5:12 left to go in this one. 48-45, Franklin-Simpson leading Russellville. And now we get the clarification that's a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. Final 5:12 of this game comes your way after this. Wildcats holding on to a 3-point lead on 92.3 WFKN. I think we're...
Hi, my name is Ellison Wilhite, and we would like to invite you to the Princess Pancake Party on February 14th. The event includes a breakfast for both adults and children, arts and crafts, and the chance to meet your favorite Disney princesses and be able to hear them perform. Get your tickets today, and we hope to see you there.
Well, that was...
keeping Franklin connected and powered up.
48-45, Franklin-Simpson leading it as we get back underway. Here at Franklin-Simpson High School, it's Russellville ball out of a full timeout from the Wildcats. Russellville goes to Jacovian Temple. Dickerson on the left block. His layup misses, but of course LeBrian Nurse swoops in and forces a jump ball. It'll stay with Russellville on the possession arrow. Cats trying to hold on and get their second district win. Out of the inbounds play, they go to Coleman, who steps in for a rare two-pointer and buries it from the left wing. Jarius Coleman with his first two-pointer of this one. He's got 11 points. And it cuts the Franklin-Simpson lead down to 1. That's what the margin was coming into this fourth quarter. It's 48-47 FS. Hooper Stout into the game for the Wildcats with Jameer Brooks picking up his 4th foul before that timeout. Here comes McAllister, fakes a shot at the free throw line, gives it down low to Scherer, and he scoops it in from 5 feet. Scherer's got 12. 50-47. Ball deflected out. It'll stay with Russellville on the baseline. Big minutes for Hooper Stout. Already with a career-high 5 points. Inbound comes into Gardner deep on the right wing. Has 12 points with 8 in that third quarter, yet to score in the fourth. They've only scored 6 points. Gardner drives inside, scoops around Stout, gets the bucket to go, count it, and the foul. Hooper had stood there like he was going to try to draw the charge. Gardner so acrobatic in the air, maneuvered around it, and then Hooper kind of leaned over to try and catch him. Give Gardner the bucket and the foul, and a chance to tie this game at the free throw line. Donovan Dudley will come in as Stout checks out. Dudley with 8 points. It has been a focal point of the offense when he's been in there. I've got a feeling that Coach Spencer's just been trying to save him as long as he can, to have him out there as much as he can for the final stretch of this game. Gardner's free throw to tie it, rattles off. Rebound knocked out by Nurse, and it'll go back to Franklin-Simpson. Russellville now 4 for 7 as a team at the free throw line. Gardner just 1 for 3. And the Cats bring it the other way with a 1-point lead, 50-49, halfway through the fourth quarter. McAllister, guarded by Temple Dickerson at half court, gets around him, drives right, tripped up, and it's going to be a sideline inbound for FS. First foul of the quarter called against Russellville, goes against Temple Dickerson. 3:52 now on the clock. Now they're going to move it to a baseline inbound. McAllister will be the one to take it. We'll see if they immediately go to Dudley like they did last time. They do on that left block. They got him switched on to Gardner, and that's too easy for Dudley. He's tied his career high from Tuesday with 10 points. 52-49. He set a screen for Scherer and then just waltzed over and sealed off Gardner, who at 5'5" just has no chance. Then he tips a pass at the elbow. Here comes Hampton the other way for FS. He holds on, splits the D, scores, and the foul. Dudley with the tip, Hampton with the score, and the Cats get 4 straight with a chance to make it 5 at the line for Zay Hampton. Third foul against Amaris Morrow. Jameer Brooks with his 4 fouls will check in. Dudley will come out. 3:32 left to go in the ball game. Lead is 54-49. Zay with his first field goal of the game. And the free throw is good. What a response for the Wildcats. Gardner will bring it into the front court. This 1-3-1 set up defensively for Franklin-Simpson. Nurse on the right wing has it knocked away by Hampton. Brooks up with it off to Pardinger, and he'll control into the front court. Jakai being harassed by Temple Dickerson. Drives all the way to the left block. Leaves it off to Scherer at the last second. Blocked from behind by Nurse. Foul call comes in late. Is it on the shot? No, they get it on Morrow. Nurse, I think, was the one that blocked it. They get the foul on Morrow, his 4th, and they will say it was on Cole's shot. It was a very late call. And Scherer will go to the line for 2 free throws. We'll take it. 12 points so far for Cole. He's 5 for 7 at the line. The only other Wildcat to take a free throw was Hampton on that and one. First one rattles off for Cole, shooting a team-high 74% at the free throw line this season. Cats need everyone they can get right now. And he misses both. 55-49. It's a 6-point game with 3:11 left to go. And to make matters worse, after the miss, Brooks gets a foul contesting for the rebound, and he's fouled out of the game. Caden Brewer will be the one to take his spot, getting his first minutes. The 6'3" junior, averaging 2.9 points, 2.8 rebounds per game on the season. He scored a season-high 6 2 times this year. One of those 2 times was at Russellville. Has seen his minutes diminish a bit since the debut of Zay Hampton. This just his 3rd game of the year. Had 8 points in his first game against Logan County to tie a career high for the junior that averaged 3 points per game last year. Only took 1 shot against Barron County and missed it on Tuesday. Had that big and one to push this lead to 6 here tonight. It's Russellville basketball, but the Wildcats without Jameer Brooks for the rest of the game. And for now, Caden Brewer in there. And immediately Coach Spencer lets him know wherever he is, he's got to find Jarius Coleman, who trots down to the right corner by Brewer. Out of the timeout, Gardner goes to Coleman in the corner, gets it right back, now sends it up top to Vanterpool. 3 minutes left and ticking in the ball game. Man-to-man defense right now for Franklin-Simpson. Coleman has it right side. Brewer all over him. Down low, Nurse sends it out to Vanterpool for 3. Missed off the left side, and Ja'Kai gets the rebound for the Cats. Double team comes his way. He sends it over to Brewer. Dribbles it into the front court and hands it off to McAllister at half court. Brody goes left up a screen, now brings it back out to the wing with 2.5 minutes left to go. Clock, the Wildcats' best friend, Scherer is going to take a 3. Misses long. Hampton gets an offensive rebound, and Coach Spencer immediately takes a timeout. I'd say the clock is the Wildcats' best friend, and the 3 goes up, and I think that's what Coach Spencer is about to lecture to his guys for the next minute. After that minute, we'll be back with the final 2:28 of this one. 55-49, Franklin-Simpson leads it on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
And for more information, please visit WRECC.com.
2 minutes and 28 seconds left to go at Franklin-Simpson High School, where the Wildcats of FS lead it 55-49 with possession coming out of a full timeout here against Russellville. Zay Hampton wraps it to the top. Out of the timeout, it's he, Brody McAllister, Ja'Kai Partinger, Caden Brewer, and Cole Scherer out there on the floor right now for the Cats. McAllister dribbles over to the right wing to break the pressure from Tipple Dickerson. Clearly now the plan to hold on to this thing as much as they can. McAllister drives, weaves through. Nurse comes in to help. Missed the layup try. Hampton gets the rebound. His putback no good. And Nurse gets the rebound down low, and then Scherer picks up a foul, fighting for it. It's the 4th against Franklin-Simpson, so the Panthers in the bonus for the final 2:03 of this one. I think I need to stop mentioning the fact that the plan is to hold the clock, because I've said that twice and then a shot has gone up. Coach Spencer has certainly taken notice of that as well. Gardner brings it across as we tick under 2 minutes left to go. Crosses over to get around McAllister, collides with Hanson. That's going to be a block on Zay down low, trying to slide in underneath. And 2 more free throws on the way for Jamarian Gardner. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Panthers 4 for 7 as a team. Donovan Dudley will check in for the Wildcats. Vanterpool had come in for Russellville for Tipple Dickerson. Tipple Dickerson already set the check back in as Gardner misses the first free throw. He's 1 for 4. A 58% shooter on the season, went 6 for 8 in the matchup between these two teams at Russellville. Brewer comes out for Dudley. And it is Vanterpool that comes out for Tipple Dickerson for defensive purposes, as Gardner does get the second free throw to go. He's got 15 points for the game now. 55-50 is the Franklin-Simpson lead with 1:56 left to go. Partinger inbounded it and then got it right back, and he wasn't even back in bounds yet. So it goes right back to Russellville. It was Scherer and Hampton down there. I couldn't tell who caught the initial inbound and then shoveled it right back. But Kai wasn't back in the court of play yet, so it's a free turnover with 1:54 left to go. Russellville with a baseline inbound. Coleman gets it into Morrow to Gardner, wide open for a right wing 3, and he got it. No one near him. A calamity of errors that time for the Cats. Gardner now with 18 points. Blocking foul called as McAllister brings it front court. Coleman trying to draw another charge sneakily. That's his third foul. It's the fourth on the Panthers, so Cats now in the bonus for the rest of this one, leading at 55-53 with 1:38 left to go. McAllister to inbound from the sideline, just sends it into the backcourt to Partinger. Coach Spencer calls out play 10. Hampton gets it on the right side. Temple Dickerson on him to share on the left wing. Thought about shooting it from the left wing, then thought better of it and gave it to Hampton. McAllister lost it down low. It's stolen away by Nurse, but he stepped on the baseline, and the Cats catch a break with 1:24 left. My goodness. McAllister to inbound. Another nail-biter here tonight after the Cats. Their last two games have been a double overtime loss to Logan County and a 1-point loss to Barron County. Partinger brings it up from the backcourt and has his pocket picked by Morrow. He's got a free left-handed layup, and this game is tied at 55. 1:10 left to go. Partinger brings it into the front court against Morrow. And Morrow gets a hand check on the far wing that will send Ja'Kai Partinger to the line for 2 free throws and foul Morrow out of this game in the process. He took the gamble to get the steal on the last possession and scored it in transition. But now he'll come out with his 5th. Vanterpool will come back in, and Ja'Kai Partinger will have 2 free throws to try and take back the lead. His first 2 tries of the night. A 71% shooter on the season. Takes 3 dribbles, pauses, shrugs, bends, fires, hits. 14 points now for Partinger. He's been in double figures all but 1 game this year. With 1:01 on the clock, the second on the way. Doesn't get the bounce. It's a 1-point game, 56-55. Here come the Panthers. Gardner bringing it the other way. Breward on him. Steps back, thought about a mid-range jumper. Now needs an option to throw it to and goes to Temple Dickerson with 48 seconds left to go. McAllister tips the pass out of bounds with 47 seconds on the clock on the far side. They wanted to get to Coleman. McAllister snuck through to knock it out. Inbound comes in quickly in the backcourt to Gardner. 56-55 FS. Screen set for Gardner driving right. Kicks it out right corner. Wide open 3 for Coleman. And he buries it. The one man on the floor you cannot lose if you're Franklin-Simpson. Strikes from deep for the 4th time this game. Jarius Coleman now with 14 points. And Russellville has rallied all the way back to take a 58-56 lead with 33.5 seconds left in this ball game. It was 31-17. Franklin-Simpson in the second quarter before the Panthers ended the quarter on a 6-0 run. The Wildcats scored the first basket of the second half to make it 33-23. That's as large as the lead would get in the second half. The Panthers outscoring the Cats 18-11 in the third quarter. And now they've got the edge in the fourth, 58-56. With their 7th 3 of the ball game, matching the 7 they made in the first matchup between these two teams. In that one, 6 came from Jarius Coleman. He just hit number 4 of the night. And the Wildcats need an answer. Down by 2, 33.5 seconds left to go. Any foul is 2 free throws. It's McAllister, Hampton, Partinger, Scherer, and Donovan Dudley out there for the Wildcats. Coleman, Nurse, Gardner, Vanterpool, and Temple Dickerson in for the Panthers. Russellville has no timeouts left. McAllister inbounds to Partinger and then gets it right back as we tick under 30 to go. He'll bring it into the front court guarded by Vanterpool. Gives it over on the right wing to Partinger, who dropped the pass out of bounds. 25 seconds on the clock. Dudley out, Breward in. You got options to foul. This is not a good free throw shooting team. Inbound comes in to Gardner. Trap comes his way to Coleman. He'll dribble it into the front court now left side. Vanterpool. McAllister fouls him with 16.8 seconds left in the ball game. Devondre Vanterpool, a 55% free throw shooter on the season, will go to the line for 2 with his Panthers leading it by 2. 58-56, 16.8 seconds left from Franklin-Simpson High School. Vanterpool spins it in the right hand, fires the first, and rattles it home. Dudley back in for Franklin-Simpson, Brewer out. Second free throw on the way. Good. 4-point game. Cats trailing it 60-56. McAllister sprints into the front court to Partinger on the left wing. Shoots a contested 3, missed it short. Dudley had a chance at the putback, missed it. Second try good. And Coach Spencer gets a timeout with 6.7 on the clock. 12 points now for Donovan Dudley is a new career high. But I think he traded in for the win. 58 the Cats have on the board. 60 up there for Russellville. A 2-point lead for the Panthers. 6.7 seconds on the clock. If you're under the age of 18, eat your heart out at that number. Coach Spencer looking for win number 200, a 4-game losing streak since win number 199. Partinger, Hampton, McAllister, Scherer, Brewer on the floor. Of the players on the floor for Russellville, Temple Dickerson just a 49% free throw shooter. Gardner, 58%, but he's 2 for 5 tonight. Coleman, their best shooter at 60%. He's the inbounder. Any foul is 2 free throws. They try to spring Gardner free. Scherer guarding Nurse, and they'll foul him. Nurse, a 53% free throw shooter on the season. 5.8 frozen on the clock. Cats do have one more timeout left. Nurse with 8 points, 4 in this fourth quarter. He was the hero with 12 fourth quarter points in this game at Russellville High School. He's got 2 free throws with his Panthers up by 2, 60-58. Spins it on the left hand and fires the first. Swishes it home. They've made 4 in a row. Brewer and Hampton out. Hooper, Stown, and Donovan Dudley in. Nurse holds it behind his back in the left hand. Takes 3 dribbles and spins. A 3-point game. He misses, but no one controls the rebound. Dudley and Coleman fighting for it. It's last touched by Dudley with 3.9 seconds left to go. Got the miss, but couldn't secure the rebound. Coleman gets it in the corner to Nurse. He wraps around, clock running out, and that will bring this game to a close. Franklin-Simpson had a chance off the missed free throw with it being a 3-point game. Couldn't corral the rebound. Russellville dribbles it out from there. And the Panthers pick up win number 2 in district play, dropping Franklin-Simpson to 1-3 within the district slate. And now their seed within the 13th district tournament will fully hang within the balance of what they're able to do against Todd County Central on Tuesday in a boy-girl doubleheader rescheduled from a couple weeks ago. 61-58 the final score from Franklin-Simpson High School on senior night. We'll come back, wrap this thing up, and get you set not just for those games Tuesday, but the girls-only game coming your way on Monday on the road at Christian County before we get to those 2 key district matchups. And then next week will bring us to a close in district play in the regular season entirely with the district finales coming up next Friday at Logan County. 61-58, Russellville takes it over Franklin-Simpson High School.